Hey guys, welcome back to another live stream on the channel. More Newcastle United news. Before we start talking about that though, look at that sunset over there. That is what I call a beautiful sight. I think it's got a quick take in for a second there. Obviously the camera already does it so much justice, but that is unreal down there. But anyway, as always, plenty to talk about Newcastle United. It's never boring as the saying goes. Liverpool tomorrow. There's plenty to talk about. Yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. But by the way, I've actually got this live stream sorted for once as well. I've got all the things sorted, all the Twitter stuff sorted, so I haven't got to pretty much fanny around with loads of things. But yeah, I did it at 4 o'clock today because the darts won tonight as well. I'd watch the darts when it's on, so yeah, I did a bit earlier. But as always, though, give me just a second to get things all ready to go. That'll be alright. Got to quickly double check, make sure everything works. He's always got to double check the live streams pop on at first. It's really annoying. Right. Okay, I think we're good. Right, the comments popping up. Let's go. Right, Samuel from Australia. I don't know what time it is in Australia right now, but respect that lot. Respect it. So cheers. Botman in. Yeah, we'll talk about Botman, all the different times of signs in due time. Still got a lot to kind of get into first, but yeah, there's a lot of different transfer rumours and transfer talks already, which we will get into. Mate, what's your prediction versus Liverpool? I haven't actually put a score prediction down yet. If you watched any of my videos so far, you might know that I don't think it's a winnable game. So we'll see. But before we even start talking about that Liverpool match, I want to get a few words off on that Leicester game first. Hello, Vinicius. Love that profile picture as well. It's this afternoon, Stephanie. Yeah, looking forward to the match tomorrow. I don't think it'll be easy. Well, it's not going to be easy. It's not what I think it is. It's not going to be an easy game. I'm looking forward to it, though. Obviously, all the COVID stuff's going to be a pain in the arse, so we're going to get down there early. What's this? Hi, how are you? I'm good. Charlie, how are you, pal? Hello, Adam, mate. Right, Brian, how are you? Ivy's all right, Rodger. I think I said it right. Sorry, I haven't. But yes, Trippier in. Yes, we'll talk about Trippier in a bit. Got plenty of things to talk about science-wise, but to begin off, we do this every single live stream. I'm really annoyed from that game on Sunday, and we've got to get it done. Really, give us just a second to edit out here. But we're going to do the player ratings first. We always do this to begin with, and then we'll talk about all the signs that in due time. I'll probably do this live stream to about 6, I think. Again, the darts on tonight, so I don't want to do it for too long. But yeah, we get this done straight away, get out of the way, because it was a shocking performance. Player ratings of 4-0 defeat away at Leicester. Incredible, absolutely incredible that. But we'll get some more of these comments out first. Hello, Adam, mate. I just got the home kit for Newcastle. Got my name on the back and number 7. Number 7? Who's number 7 again? I forgot who number 7 is, but fair enough. I don't like the kits this season. I bought the training top one, the blue one. I got the orange one, which is what they wear before they play the game, I think. I don't even know. I'm okay, good here. Leicester wasn't as bad as the score. No, the performances, Jim. That second half was disgraceful. I don't think anyone can defend that second half. We completely capitulated. It was embarrassing, I really feel like. Yes, it wasn't a pen for the first goal, but we had every chance to come back in the game in the second half. We never tried. It was embarrassing, and that's all I can say, really. It was an absolute shocker. Thoughts of being linked with Trippier and Jamal. A lot came out about Trippier today. I haven't got a chance to say it all yet because I've literally woke up, done some videos, that's it so far. But I get all up on Twitter. There's a lot of things about Trippier today. I've seen loads about him. Hello, you right, David, mate? I really want Trippier to set away. Well, yeah, I think a lot of people always want to Trippier. He's a player that's obviously going to leave Atletico Madrid at some point, and yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer. High for Jamal, yeah. Hate to say it, but we will go nowhere under Eddie Howe will. Now, I've already seen people going on Eddie Howe this. Listen, it doesn't matter what Eddie Howe does. The team is still the same team. The team is still rubbish. These players are rubbish. That's why we are in the bottom 3. We could have Pep Guardiola in charge of that team and we would still lose week in, week out. The players are not good enough. I feel bad for Eddie Howe. He's trying his best to work with, but you can't polish a turd because it's still a turd. So, yeah, there's a lot of work got to be done in January. I can't believe people hold Eddie Howe out. He can't do anything with that team. That's my personal opinion. I don't watch any sort of superhero movies, anything like that. I just never have. Last time I watched one was like Wolverine back in like 2011. Didn't like it at all. I think it was the last time I watched one. So no, I won't be watching new Spider-Man. How do you get all the way against me? I have loyalty points. I have about 46, I think. So that'll be enough for every game this season, with maybe the exceptions of Leeds and Brentford. I'm not too sure what points they go down to. But again, I'll probably have to buy tickets off someone for those two if I can't. It's going to overprice for them. Do you think you're going down with Norwich City? I would say yes at the minute, but again, it dictates in the January window. We obviously have a great window that could completely change around. But as it stands, yes, I do think we're going to go down. We're getting quite a few of the ratings in, so everyone's just saying 7 for Jordan. We're getting to Bradker first, okay? We'll do to Bradker's player rating. What are we giving to Bradker out of 10 in the game against Leicester? First half, we were better. It's a better team. Dodgy penalty. Nah, I don't think we're a better team in the first half. We didn't really create much in the first half, though. Leicester had a massive header that put wide, and apart from that, they had the penalty. But no, I don't think we were a better team in the first half. I think it was either evens or Leicester was slightly better. I really don't think it was like a clear-cut better team in a half. Fernandes is injured. There's a lot of people who are saying it's just, I don't know, the club are lying, but yeah, that's what he said, they're injured. So no Fernandes tomorrow and for the next couple of weeks as well. So that's going to be a nightmare. Do you like number 7 as for January? We don't just need decent players. We need players who will fight for the shirt. Yeah, 100% agree with that. I don't think this team's playing for the shirt or the badge at all. Some of these players are a complete joke. I'm not going to say which ones it is. You guys can obviously make their assumptions yourselves, but these players are shocking. They are absolutely shocking, some of these players. I've had enough of them. Rubbish. Is this your first time at Anfield? No, my third time. I've been there when we drew 2-2. Colback and CC score, we were 2-0 down. We actually got a good draw down there in the Benitez. And I've been when we lost 4-0. So, yeah, that one's probably going to happen again tomorrow. And that game, Benitez literally just played the second string squad and we got absolutely bullied. We'll see, but yeah, I've got a feeling it's going to be an all one of those sort of games as well. Some of those players will improve. He's been there a month and Joe Linton looks a lot better. Yeah, I think Shelby does as well. Miggy, I suppose so, but again, the other guy like Steve Bruce who was training the players twice a week compared to Eddie Howe was training 5 or 6 times a week. I mean, there's already a clear difference, and over time these players will get better. They're just still not very good players though. But yeah, anyway, for player into the black, so we've got a 5 for him, a 7. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, he's injured. That's correct. We've got a 5. Yeah, I agree with 5. He didn't do anything wrong for the goals. I mean, he couldn't have done anything about them, to be fair. So, yes, he didn't really save anything, but at the same time, he couldn't do anything about the goals. So, I think a 5's fair. Okay, we'll do Jamal Lewis first. We'll do left-hand side first. We'll do him next. So, what do people think Jamal Lewis out of 10? Which players are we linked with that you think most likely to happen? I get that just a bit, Vincent. If you ask me again, once I start talking about transfers, I will answer that. But for now, I want to get the player ratings done first because I want to just get this crap performance out of the way because it's really getting under my skin. We need a captain that chooses Newcastle like Mark that would choose West Ham. He just didn't have to fight Jamal himself, did he? Okay, yes. It wasn't a penalty, the first goal. But as a captain, right, if that was me in my position, right, and someone's just died in front of me and he's got a pen for it, I'll be whinging to the referee. I'll be screaming at the referee, that's not a pen, check VAR. But what does he do? He just stands there. I don't understand it. Like, why is he not telling the referee that Madison's died? That's just sure from Lascelles. I'm sorry, but it is. Why would you not tell the referee that that's just died in front of you? It's crazy. Anyway, Newcastle's tweeted someone there. It's just the training pictures for Liverpool tomorrow. Oh, images taken before disaster there, I feel like. But we get again, Jamal Lewis out of 10, what we're giving him. What do you think about Dele Alli? I haven't heard much about Dele Alli yet. I would take him, but I think he's past it, to be honest. I just feel like it's more. We need depth in midfield, really. We haven't got that squad depth in midfield. I think Shelby's decent. I think Willock's okay. He didn't have his game's been awful this season, though. I think Hayden's been bad, and the rest of them are just I don't rate at all. So, yeah, we are seriously lacking depth in that midfield. So, 100% I'll be looking to bring some new ones in. Hello, Adam. How are you today? I'm fine, Postpaid. How are you, pal? You need to show some patience. It takes time to change a sinking ship. Yeah, but we haven't got the time, unfortunately. That's the thing. We haven't, unfortunately, got that time anymore. Yes, we are only about 3 or 4 points away from fourth bottom, but again, the fixtures coming up, you would expect Newcastle to get very few points this month, and the teams around us, we'll see what happens. But you would expect the teams around us to start winning games, and the gap's going to get bigger and bigger unless we start winning. And unfortunately, we haven't got the patience anymore because we do not have the time. We've won in 16 games or something this season. It's honestly shocking. I feel like after the window, I have a better chance, but we need the points before the window. It's going to be very tough. It's going to be very, very tough. So Jamal Lewis 5. Run Mickey run there after. Right. 7.5. How do you get 5 when you've done nothing wrong? Well, it's just it really well. You're not going to give him more than a 5. Well, I'm not going to give him a 10 because he wasn't a 10 performance, but he didn't play bad though. He's just giving a 5 average. I mean, yes, he didn't make any mistakes, but he still conceded 4 goals, regardless of whether it's his fault or not. I mean, I'm not giving him more than a 5, in my opinion. What do you think of Mike Dean for the Liverpool Newcastle match? What do you know for a fact? Mike Dean's going to give away penalties or he's going to give away stupid decisions. To be fair, the referees in every game have been awful for Newcastle at this point now, to be honest. I think every single week there's just dodgy decisions or there's just poor officiating. I'm not going to try and say it's an agenda because it's not, but the referees are just terrible in this league, aren't they? So, yeah, so we've got a 6 for Jamal Lewis as the unicorns still kicking around. Unfortunately, it's starting to deflate. All the helium inside is starting to come out. It's really sad. It's in my room, but it's starting to reach its shelf life, I think. Jose Mourinho was linked to this, so I was imagining that one. Oh, no. Imagine after tries Lascelles, oh, Jesus Christ. It's like picking Dumb or Dumber. I mean, I don't trust Ivan, to be honest. I really don't. I think Lascelles automatically play because he's the captain, but I'm not a fan of him at all. He is so bad. Afternoon, Adam. Right, Paul, how are you, Paul? Can't see Lascelles not playing same back four. I think so. Some people might suggest him going to a 5 back, but it's just not how Eddie Howe plays. He doesn't really do that, even though in a game like Liverpool, it probably makes sense to do it. I don't think he will. I think he will play the 4 back. And we'll see what happens. I think we'll get tortured, but I respect him for doing it. Anyway, under the back 4 now. We do Fabian Shaw first. What do people think Fabian Shaw got out of 10 versus Leicester on Sunday? I can't believe that scoreline. That scoreline is crazy. That's honestly, it's shocking. That it really is. But I've actually managed to get a good night's sleep for once as well. I just had a lie today, so that's why the press comes a little bit later. But yeah, Ashton game, loved that yesterday. Really did. Hour and a half bus is what they get there. Damn, it was like a pot of week getting there. But it was worth it. Really good game that. But just. Klopp was reviewed that Salah would take the penalty. Well, I've seen that joke somewhere. I think it was on Facebook. That joke. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you might as well just start the game, just give Liverpool a penalty for no reason. Just literally give them the penalty 0 seconds in the match. You know they're going to get one at some point. But I'm just waiting. To be honest, I'm just waiting. Brexit 4-4-2 incoming. Oh, the 4-4-2 against Liverpool. God, I mean, the Liverpool fans just be rubbing their hands at this game. They really must be because it's just. I don't know what they expect really. I mean, this should be just an easy game for them. We'll see if I'm wrong, but it's gonna be a whole issue of that. But again, though, out of 10, what people are gonna give Fabian Shaw? Let's go, yeah. Official announcement: the Unicorn has stepped down from his role as editor at the MP channel due to the creative differences. Oh no, the creative differences. Probably a 6 for Shaw. All right. Shaw 3.92 rating of BBC from the game. BBC give him a 3. Oh yeah, they do averages, don't they? To be fair, all right. I was wondering why it's such a weird number. But 4 for Shaw. Okay. Is there any games on today? I think there is. To be fair, I'm watching the darts next. I'm not watching any of the games, but I'll double check to see what games on tonight. Pretty sure there's some on though. But if anyone likes watching the darts, yeah, I'm looking forward to that now. I'm being buzzing for that. Tonight we've got Arsenal West Ham's the best one, derby there. Palace, Southampton, Burnley, Watford, and Brighton Wolves are the 4 games tonight. This player rating is torture. A lot. It's going to be torture for me. We haven't even got into the bad ones yet. I probably think the 4 is fair. Yeah, slightly below average. Again, he has to cover for Lascelles because Lascelles is just being stupid. He's out of position. He's slow. He's sluggish. Shaw's covering for him every single time because he's just not doing his job. But yeah, speaking of which, what we're going to give Jamal Lascelles out of 10. The club captain against Leicester, 4-0 defeat. What are we giving Lascelles out of 10? Oh, God. I can't be bothered with him. He's at that point now where every single week he's just annoying me. He's got a 4.5 for sure. He should create a straw poll. What on earth is a straw poll? I've got no idea what that is, Alex. We're getting some ratings in now. Jesus Christ. We've got a 0.5 here. We've got a 1. We've got a 2.5. Can't even give a rating. We've got a 1. We've got a 2. Oh, we've got a 2 there. I mean, I wish I could say people wrong. I don't think that though. Fortunately, Joe Willock this season, he's been bad, hasn't he? He's just not been this player he was last year. I mean, again, he's not playing the position he was playing last season, but still, he hasn't really created anything, has he? So I can't really say he's had a good time. He's just been bad. I know 4-0 and Man City putting 7 past Leeds. That's the one positive I think Newcastle have is the fact that Leeds conceded 7 last night. So if we get slapped tomorrow, not many people will be bothered, I don't think. But, oh God, I wrote down all 4-0. Benny off a big game. Yeah, it's a big game for Newcastle. That one. But again, I'm more focused about Newcastle results and our results personally for me. -1 for Jamal Lascelles if Clark starts him off. Yeah, I actually think Jordan's going to be a good midfielder, but he hasn't got to rely on his shooting. His actual play and build-up play with the team is really good. I would honestly just suggest putting in the midfield just because he's just good in the midfield. Really. He's great tracking back. He's great with his defensive duties. And yeah, well, rather than playing them up in the attack, to be honest. But anyway, guys, as always, you're new to the channel. Obviously, wouldn't mind consider subscribing. Appreciate it. Smash that, enjoy. Obviously, if you want to make any super chats, can do that. I highly appreciate anyone that does. But again, you don't have to. You don't want to. But in terms of Jamal Lascelles, he gets a 0. I'm not going to give him a rating. Absolutely shocking. 0. Shocking. Next up, Mankio. What we're going to give him out of 10. I don't think he will. I think Jamal Lewis, sorry, not Lascelles. I think Jamal Lewis has been alright. But not in form mentally, not happy in wrong position. Well, that would make sense, to be fair. Joe Layton's our third best player at the moment. I think Sir Maxson, wait till we get on him. I'm not happy with him at the minute. I think performance-wise, I think Joe Layton was literally the only good one yesterday. Not yesterday, the only good one against Leicester, sorry. But yeah, we're getting them just a bit. But play high up, yeah, great. We can't let Maxi go, no, but I don't think anyone's going to want to buy him, to be honest. Mankio 5, 4, 5, 4. Willock just looks lost at the moment. Yeah, I agree. 5. I'm not happy with Willock's passing. I don't think his passing is good at all. I probably agree. I probably say a 4 for Mankio. Below average, really didn't have a good game. Next up, midfield now. We do Joe Willock first. There's been just talked about him. We do Joe Willock first. What's up with Shelby? Everyone's saying he's becoming amazing. Well, he's very, apart from the Leicester game, he's been pretty good the last 2 or 3 matches on there. I'll be really happy with him. Had a bad game against Leicester, I feel like, but overall, I've been felt somewhat pleased with his last couple of performances, so I hope he keeps up. Yeah, so should be the number 10 spot. The 10 spot, so behind the striker. That's interesting. I'm not happy with St. Maxim's player with the team. He's not a team player. He is someone that clearly likes holding the ball. He needs to learn to pass sometimes because it's very frustrating to watch. Because every single time he's going down the wing and Jamal Lewis is coming in behind him, like, ready to give him support, and he just tries to take everyone on, just loses the ball all the time. It's so frustrating. Is that what he just is shit? No, he's just his overall player with the team, I feel like. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's how I think, Stephanie. I agree with that. So 2 for Willock. We've got a 4 here. That's been generous. Okay. Shelby's I'll be our best players in Tower Kieran. I think Joe Layton has, but I think Shelby would have been the second best. Hi Adam, you right, mate? 4, 4. He's not quite he's struggling. I just think he's out of position really. 3, 2, 4. Oi, everyone, how are the lads? I had to give Willock a 3. I don't think he had a good game. I think I 4 for me is below average, and I think Joe was more than below average. I don't think he was completely terrible, but I think he was bad. I think he was. I think he's have a bad game. Next up, we'll do Shelby now. We've got half more of the team. I'm not doing the bench, by the way. There's no point doing the bench. I didn't have a chance. We're already 2-0 down at that point. I'm not doing the bench. They'll just start 11 and we'll do anyhow. But Shelby next. But as always, guys, the support's been really good on the channel. Really happy how the viewing figures have been going. So cheers. Right, 1 sec. It's just oi Adam, right, Jack? Evening chap. Hello, Cam. Hello, Cam. Shelby returned to form, sadly 3.5 you're giving him. Yeah, fair enough. Adam at Ashton game. Did you speak to 2 lads at the bus stop? Said hi, because if you did, my mates. I would have, but at the game ended, I had to get the last bus back to Newcastle, so I had to split off to the bus station. So, yeah, I was pretty abrupt, but I did see a couple of lads at the bus stop, so probably were your mates. But I literally had to get that last bus back. Adding some maximum to luxury. All right, that's okay. So 6.5 with Shelby. I can't agree with that one, to be honest. 3, 4, 4 tomorrow, for God's sake. Hi Adam, I'm good, mate. For God's sake. Yes, I'm feeling better. Thank you, Gavin. That's an interesting way of putting it. John Joe 5. Jordan the 7. The West get a 1. All right. 2 for Shelby. He's just not performing. I'll probably give a 3 to Shelby. As well as Shelby. He did have a good game. I'm not going to side him off completely because the last 2 or 3 games he has been good, but that Leicester game was bad. He was bad in that game. I was there as well. Yeah, Ashton game. Loved that game yesterday. Really good. Crazy as well. 1,357 fans watching that match. Mental. But I loved that game. Really good end stuff. Shelby and Jordan have been unreal since early on. Yeah, 100% agree with that. Oh, yeah, right, mate. But I'll give Shelby a 3 as well. I think Willock and Shelby were both pretty bad in the midfield. Didn't control the game at all. And the passing was just sloppy. But anyway, the attack now, we'll do Adam 1 first. I want to do Adam 1 first. Yeah, so what are we going to give Adam 1 out of 10? If Leeds lost 7-0 against Man City, we would lose 15-0. Oh, God. I mean, that's the thing as well. They're actually going into the Newcastle game off the back of a 7-0 win. It's just terrible. Everything against us is just a mess at the minute. It's going to be very, very tough. We'll see, though. We'll see, but tough. Are you going to the game against Liverpool? Yes, I'm going to every game this season. Every single one I will be there. So, yes, tomorrow, be going down with a tune with you again in the car. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be a good laugh again. But, I mean, it's a complete disaster. The only thing I can say is a disaster tomorrow, really. Shelby's the only player that can ping a ball properly. Yeah, I would say so in the midfield. Yeah, he's the only one that seems to have the passing ability. Hi, Adam. How you doing, mate? I'm doing fine, thank you. Miggy a 4, a 2 for Miggy. All right. Shelby's lethargic style pisses me off. Yeah, you can pick a pass, but there's so many more centre mids out there that can do that and so much more. The thing is, we're stuck with these midfielders, and Shelby's the only one that seems to really be making an impact in the minute. Willock's out of form. Regardless of what people think of his position, he is out of form. Hayden, I think, had an awful season. Longstaff, I don't think he's been good for years. Hendrick, I mean, there's only so much you can ask for from Jeff Hendrick. That's it. That's all we got. So, yeah, Shelby at times is lethargic. At times he has bad games, but he has been better than what people have said last couple of months about him. He is improving, which I want to see continue. He didn't have a good game against Leicester, but again, you can't play out good week in, week out. So we'll see if he improves, but I'm confident in him. He has been decent lately. We are doomed, right? But Miggy again, we've got a 1 here for Miggy. We've got a 5 here for Miggy. Got a 6 for Maximum. We're getting him just a minute. Main players to keep for me is Fernandez and Aaron. I generally think Fernandes may get so. The club doesn't like him. I don't know what it is, but the club does not like him. A lot of people are claiming that his injury is just not even an injury. The club just wants to keep him out for a reason, which I don't know if I believe with. But I don't understand this. Like, Fernandes is clearly our best centre half, and we're playing clowns like Lascelles every single week. He's so bad. I've had enough of him. He's absolutely awful. But yeah, I generally think Fernandes will not last the season. I think he gets so. Especially though I don't want him to. I'm a big fan of him. We need a defender midfielder, mate. We need your full new starting 11, to be honest. Sherry can pick a pass, but we've not got any players that can control a ball and get a second pass up. Yeah, exactly, really. First Tweak Talks. Right, mate, how are you? Good to see you again. Good afternoon, Adam and Chat. Are there any more players who realistically take from Arsenal? Holding Maitland-Niles. Ooh, from Arsenal. I'd probably take all the Arsenal sort of bench almost at the minute, to be honest. It's tough for Arsenal, though, because, again, it depends what these sort of players want. I think Maitland-Niles is quite a hard one to get in, but I'm a big fan of him. Holding to be a good sort of rotation player, I would say. Again, the team's that bad for Newcastle, and I would generally take anyone at this moment in time. So, guys, anyone want to take any players from Arsenal? I'll be honest, I don't want to Aubameyang at the minute. There's too much water under the bridge for us at the minute. I feel like Aubameyang, but yeah, in terms of the rest of the players, though, most of them are pretty good. So, yeah, I would take them. Afternoon, Adam. How are you? I'm good, Daniel. How are you? But sorry, Arsenal. Yeah, I'm 1 out of 10. I'm going to give him a 4. I think he tried, but he just didn't really create anything in the end. Again, the full attack was pretty bad, to be honest. It's not really sort of a pointing the finger at him, but yeah, he didn't play well. We'll do Joe Linton next, because I think Joe Linton actually had a good game. In fact, I think he was the best player on the pitch for Newcastle. So yeah, I've already given you what I thought about him, but a lot of people are going to give Joe Linton out of 10. The only one, in my opinion, that tried that game. Is Fernandes the mole? I mean, he could potentially be. Again, we never found out who the mole is. Nobody likes Fernandes at the club, so you never know. I personally didn't think it was him when it first happened, though. Graham Jones like him. Yeah, no, I asked him, listen, Jones, why do you not play Fernandes? Well, I don't think he fits the start 11. He doesn't fit the way we play. And if we're not going to start him, he's not going to be in the bench here, so he just dumps him on the reserves. But at the time, we were playing Emil Kraft, a right-back centre-half, who was already a bad right-back. We're playing him as centre-half. Jamal Lascelles, the club captain, who's an absolute clown, and Kieran Clark, literally the worst back three you could possibly play. Oh, I mean, mental. Absolutely mental. But, yeah, you just like him. I don't know what it is, but he just doesn't like Fernandes. It baffles me. Football is a funny game. Be just like Newcastle to go there. As bad as we've been getting results, you never know exactly. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing when Newcastle United, you see we lose to the likes of Norwich at home, and then we go to Anfield, we go to the FA, we actually play well. It baffles me. I'm looking forward to the Liverpool match tomorrow. I think it will be an interesting game. I think we'll lose. I think we're going to get destroyed, but I will be looking forward to it. And again, if people enjoy my rants after the Leicester game, just wait till Liverpool, and Jesus Christ, it's going to be a mess. Again, with COVID-19, if people go to the games tomorrow, it's so stupid, the rules for that. You got to wear a mask inside the concourse. I mean, I imagine that it's going to be shit. It's going to be annoying. Obviously, you've got to get COVID passes out before you get in the grounds. I'm going to head in the ground straight. I am not going in later on. But yeah, it's the first time this is going to get run, so it's going to be terrible. So yeah, I'm going to make sure that me and the team review get in straight away. It's exciting. Thoughts killing a little bit from all the shout yesterday on the 23 match. That's something we played damage against Man U at Everton. We really can't see anything more than 2 points before Southampton. Well, I mean, that's it, really, well. We've got Liverpool, Man City, Man United, Everton. So I would take 2 points, to be honest, from them. I think Everton is a winnable game. The rest of them, I don't think is winnable at home. I think we've got a chance against Man U and City at home if, obviously, things go our way. Liverpool, I don't think we've got a chance at all in. We'll see, but yeah, we just got to hope the other teams around us feel as well, because I think we're screwed this one. More chances for Ferry means eligible for an automatic contract extension. But the thing is, right, it's not Steve Bruce and Mike Ashley anymore. It's a man that's leaving the PIF. And are they really going to be that arse about a contract extension for Fernandes? Well, let's be honest, he's a good defender. I don't understand. I mean, it's not Mike Ashley. Like, who cares if he gets a contract extension? These people are multi-billionaires. Like, I don't get why they wouldn't be that arse for giving him a contract extension. He's a good defender. But yeah. Should have kept the June, to be honest. I mean, it's going to bite me in the arse, that one, isn't it? But it's Martinez the only one I'd take from Arsenal, really? Well, only player take Marston. I mean, we're 19th in the league. There's not anyone else you got to take. Oh, I'll take probably 2/3 of the team. So it's 4. So that's a 4 for Joe. No, sorry for time one. Again, what do people think Joe Linton got out of 10? Oh no, sorry, I've already read that one. We need a couple of double barrel name players to be a bang average Prem team. Yeah, we do need some top quality signs, don't we? What's happening with Trippier? We're getting him in the bits. We'll get these player ratings done first. But a lot came out about Trippier. I'm very good, thank you. Good to hear, mate. 5.5 for Jordan. Where we drink before RMP. There we go. Love that. Love that, lads. Hope you're right, Jimmy. 6, 5, 7, 7. Pretty good in the 23s of women's games. Yeah, I've had a couple of comments about this. Health-wise, I'm fine now. I was literally fine at the game yesterday. I had no idea what I was a couple of weeks ago. I just feel lightheaded when I'm at the under 23 games and bent. I don't know what that is. I feel fine now. I don't know if I'm fine in general, but I was fine at the match yesterday, so I've got no idea what happened there. I mean, I wish I could answer. I haven't got a clue, mate. So, yeah, I'll be going back to them as of now, but again, I will be taking obviously things into consideration. But I would say perspective, I think Jordan has been quality recent weeks and may have found his position in one of the team 8. Yeah, I definitely think he's been obviously great in Eddie Howard. Definitely our most improved player. Oh yeah, Adam, right, thank you, mate. Top championship Bournemouth. Good. Bournemouth will be a horrible way to get him go to next year, so I'm kind of hoping we don't go down. I can't get tickets, so you got all sales at like 100 points. So to be fair, I'll probably be doing a live stream that game next year if it was to happen. So that you can't get that game. Have faith in your team, Adam. Roy Hodgson did his great escape in 2008. You can have that too. Yeah, I always have the faith in my team, though, but I don't want to be deluded. We've got to remember we have won once in how many games has it been? 16, is it now? Once in 16 games. We are literally joint bottom. We're only above Norwich because we've got an extra 9 goal difference. It's bad. It's really, really bad. The performances are improving slightly, apart from the Leicester one. That was bad. Results-wise, we're starting to pick up points at home. Still, though, which is not enough here. It's just simply not enough at the minute. We'll see if it improves, though. Eddie Anderson didn't play yesterday in under 23s, and he was trained today for the main team, so chances are he'll be in the bench tomorrow. I mean, what's the point of giving him the Liverpool game? He's not going to do anything in the Liverpool game, is he? Bench Max, he ain't doing anything. I wouldn't bench him. I'd still start him, but he's been very frustrating. But in terms of my drilling one, I'll give him a 7. I think he had a really good game. I think he was above average. I think he was the only player that could walk away from that game and say he had a good time. He did everything he could, but unfortunately, he had 10 players in his team that just couldn't do anything. Some of them were shocking as well. But yeah, Sim Maximin out of 10. What do people give Sim Maximin? He pissed me off a lot, is the best way of putting it. I was very frustrated with Sim Maximin. But yeah, let me know what you thought about him. But sorry, it's just who's Joe Linton going to go to? Nobody's going to buy Joe Linton because we're not going to sell him for anything less than £40 million, really. So who's going to buy Joe Linton? So yeah, I can't really see him getting sold. So Maximin, yes, you would expect him to get sold if we were relegated because again, I mean, he's getting older in his life now. He probably wants an opportunity somewhere else if we were to go down. Hey Adam, right, a bow, mate. Appreciate your comment, by the way, pal. I try my best to answer all the comments, by the way. I apologise, I don't answer people's comments on YouTube. Like, you got to understand, I get stupid to answer them. I will try my best, but again, though, obviously, last couple of weeks, my health's been kind of dodgy at times, so obviously, I haven't really had a chance to answer them. But yeah, I will try my best, though. We've seen it play decent against Liverpool. Everyone is thinking we'll get smashed. I feel like a shitty 1-0 to them or a lucky 1-1 again. We'll see. We'll see, lad. We'll see. Merry Christmas, all the best. I keep the good work. Yeah, Merry Christmas. How long we've got? 10 days now. It's coming in thick. It's coming in fast. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Once that Man City game's over, it's a chance for me to have a little bit of a break, I would say. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy Christmas, really. But I've got still got a few more video ideas for obviously to upload after that City game. Liverpool versus Newcastle had some classic games. Is your favourite one, Ad? In terms of me, I actually went to Liverpool. I went to Anfield and we didn't lose a game, believe it or not. I went to the 2-2-1 in 2016. That was Benias. He's in for about a month or so. We got relegated in the end, but that was a huge point to get 2-0 down. Patrick Cisse and Jack Colback saving us big time. That was a crazy one, that one. In terms of our ones, most of the good ones I remember, obviously at St James Park, we play bad at Anfield. We don't have a good time at Anfield. But yeah, my third time going there tomorrow, so third time looking at the same goals. IP right done. But yeah, so maxing out of 10, what are people going to give him? I Adam P. Normally we do decent against the harder teams, but you never know. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. That is true. Like, I can't say that's wrong. That is true. We always seem to turn up against the harder teams, which is frustrating because we need to get the results against the teams around us. Get back there, so hope Newcastle can pick up some results. Yeah, I agree. Hope so. But again, though, if anyone wants to come on the stream, by the way, obviously, I'm more than happy to do so. If obviously tweet you want to come on anyone like that. How someone else is saying the matter about Newcastle. But yeah, one sec. Hope Newcastle pick up some results. Sorry, there are. Yeah. If we go down, we'll have to go to Bournemouth. It looks like Plymouth going up. Plymouth. Plymouth away, God. That'd be an absolute nightmare. I never ever want to go to Plymouth away. I would give Maxi a 4. All right. He gets the same as we do 0, so the same. I don't know what I mean, the same. 0 for Maxman. We got a 4, 4.5, 7.5, 5. Oh, got some interesting ones here. Quite a wide spread. I'll give some Maxman a 3. I don't think he's good at all. People are saying he's only want to create stuff. He didn't really. He was hogging the ball too much. Honestly, the amount of times that he had space pass at Jamal Lewis or pass to someone else, he just didn't do it. It's so frustrating to watch. And we didn't really create much at all in the attack, and he was one of the reasons why he wasn't passing the ball. He's not a team player. I don't know what it is for the last couple of games, and so he's just, I don't know, he's just seemed to be playing quite bad at the minute. Hope he turns it around, but he's not been good at all. If he had tomorrow at Anfield, if he hogs the ball, he will get destroyed by that back four. Like Van Dijk, like Trent would not be having it at all. So yeah, I don't think he'll get away with it tomorrow. But again, no, I think it's going to be a tough game for everyone. But I'll give him a 3. I don't think he was good at all. I'll answer that in a bit again. I want to go for the player rating still. Even and all, very Homer Simpson, lads. You alright? We need 4 or 5 new players, that's for sure. Go, 100%. 100%. Can we give you Rafa Benitez back, Adam? Rafa Benitez. I mean, yeah, he's not going to last much longer, is he? I actually think Newcastle might sack him. If he doesn't beat Newcastle, I think I'll be the one to get him sacked, to be honest. So you imagine the poetic justice now when Newcastle sends Rafa Benitez out of the club. Crazy. Is it true all the Sports Direct signs are gone? Like all of them? I think the one that Gallagher's still up. I'm not too sure. I actually think it's still up. I think they're trying to change the sponsor, so they keep it up for now and then they're going to switch around, I think. The rest of it down, though. Because you're so negative, it's depressing you state the obvious. Well, what we were saying, what we were saying, that we're going to go down to Liverpool and win 5-0 tomorrow. Well, yes, I'm stating the obvious. The team's terrible. What do you want me to say? I'm not going to say the team's good, am I? Well, the team is awful. We're going to beat Liverpool. We're going to beat Manchester City. Yeah. Well, we want to be. I'm being as honest as possible. I'm being honest. I'm calling it down the middle. This team is awful. Hence why we're 19th in the tail. Again, you're entitled to your opinion, Glenn, but I'm not negative. I'm being realistic. For me, he was still better than Miggy. Both lost the ball like 10 times that game. Yeah, they did, didn't they? But anyway, last but not least, we're going to Callum Wilson now. What are we going to give him out of 10 against Leicester City? USM's only create a spark. We had to give him time on the board, even if he does lose it at times. Yeah, well, that's the thing. We're kind of stuck with these players. So Max, we can't turn it on. He's just, for one reason, last couple of weeks or so, he's just kind of been off it. The Leicester game was shocking. It really was. Every single person I spoke to thought we were going to get a result down at Leicester. It was the best time all season to play them. Had players out. They just came back from Italy. Yeah, it was unbelievable. It really was. So Max a 4 for Max when we need 6 or 7 new players in. All right. We don't want Rafa. Fair enough. What's this here? Has anyone heard the Leeds rumours about Bruce? Not heard anything about it yet. But Tariq talks to me. I'll quickly send the link, actually. We get someone else on this while I have a chat. Before it's starting to kill a little bit, so we'll have a chance to someone else to speak. But I love speaking to Tariq, so we'll get him on. I'll send you the link across on Twitter, give me just a second. But all right, guys, put your comments in for Callum Wilson. I need to quickly find you, mate. Right, I'll put the link in now, pal. Let me get back up. That's just realistic optimist. Yeah, well, I mean, realistic as possible. I'm not going to just put smoke up people's arses. I don't want to say we're going to stay up because based on what I've seen this season, we're not going to stay up. That's what it is. We are relying on a transfer window to get us back into it. Literally, that transfer window is the future of our football club. We'll either stay up and we'll go down because of that window. It's just what it's going to be. Yeah, well, I spend every pound I got in this football club. I go to every single match. And the team lets me down. Let's just fan base down week in, week out. I've been at every single away match this season. In terms of results-wise, I think the Palace draw was a good draw considering Palace were the better team that game. I think the Brighton draw was good on paper, but again, we probably should have won that game. They're the only two away games I actually think we got good results from. That's it. I think I've been around 6 or something. All 6 of them were terrible. So, yeah, in terms of away games, I've been happy with 2 out of 8 so far. So, I mean, that's all I've got to say. The performance has been awful. Yeah, I 100% agree with that. Got through. 6.5 for him. Our best chance to score was the back pass, which nearly when it literally was. It was. So I got hiccups here. But yeah. We need 6 or 7 new players, including defence and midfield. And a new striker to help with Callum Wilson and need to build a team out to Maximum Miggy and Showy. That's my opinion. Fair enough. Yeah, I'll probably agree with that. We can do well on the counter against teams and can get draws, but when we play crap teams, we have to break them down. We have no creativity whatsoever. Yeah. Again, that's what it's always been there for Newcastle, hasn't it? Though? So 3 for Wilson. Newcastle will survive this season. Burnley, Norwich, Watford, relegate. The other 3 I said will go down, and obviously that could definitely happen. There's only about 3 points between those 4 teams. But again, no, it's going to be very tough. But anyway, I get Tariq now. Arsenal fan. Yeah, he's got his own YouTube channel. So make sure you go check him out. All right.
Thanks for letting me jump on.
It's all right.
Good afternoon to the chat. What was you saying, bro?
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, let's talk about you first, the YouTube channel. What sort of things do you do?
I'm an Arsenal fan, but on my YouTube channel, I do much more than Arsenal. I watch all Premier League, Champions League. So if any of you Newcastle fans want to get away, like I have to at times from watching our club in dire straits, I do a lot more watch-alongs and talk about loads of other things. So, yeah.
Fair enough. Obviously, appreciate coming on. Obviously, always had a conversation with you back today. But, yeah, I mean, in terms of Newcastle United, I would say that view. What would you say about the club so far this season?
Do you know what? It's been really difficult to watch you guys because of the fan base. And I know how passionate your fan base is. You know, it gets spoken about a lot. And I got a lot of time for you, man, and a lot of time for Newcastle fans because you really do care about your club and you got what you wanted in Mike Ashley leaving. And now it's been a bit up in the air. I know your initial thoughts on Eddie Howe when he first came in, it wasn't too great, but then you thought, actually, you changed your mind. And I like that from you. And from Newcastle fans that have done that, I respect you guys as well. I understand the little bit of pragmatic side that I'm not too sure about Eddie Howe, but he has got you playing better football in recent weeks. Like I saw the game against Norwich in particular, I thought you were much better. And then after that, obviously, you win against Burnley. You do have your key players, and you definitely do need areas where you need to improve. But it's better. It's better, and it's going to take time, though, isn't it? At the end of the day, man. Yeah, exactly. I'll quickly ask you, though, what's your thoughts on Aubameyang after the latest news? Oh man, I'm disappointed in Aubameyang. He had a lot of. There was before he came to Arsenal, there was a lot of talk about his attitude at Dortmund. He had disciplinary issues under Thomas Tuchel as well. And yeah, it seems to rear its ugly head. And you know what, Ad? I think this is where we can relate in a way. Because, we've spoken about Jamal Lascelles on my channel. And when it was going good, when it's going good for these leaders, sorry for that. Apologies. When it's going good for these leaders, they're there, they're tapping the badge to make you proud of them in a way. However, when it is down in the dumps, like it is for Newcastle at the moment, they're not standing up and showing to be and fighting and really setting the standards for the team. And we've seen that with Aubameyang. And on the pitch, we saw that. Off the pitch, it's just its rear and ugly head is beginning to show. So it's disappointing in the end. But he made the right decision.
Yeah, I agree as well. I mean, in terms of Jamal Lascelles, that was a good chance to get in there, actually. In terms of the video itself, last week after the Norwich game was actually delete his Twitter account because he's just getting the abuse off from Newcastle fans.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say that in football players. I know Gillin, for example, last season, he pretty much private his Instagram comments, so only certain people can comment on him. It's sad to see, really. Do I think Jamal Lascelles has been good this season? No, I think he's been awful, to be honest. But again, those people, obviously, you talk about his family, they putting comments about it. It's disgusting, it really is. And yeah, now we've got a chance to talk about it in the chat, yeah, but it's awful to see. Yes, I criticise him in videos, but that's what it is. It's criticism. It's not me being personal. It's not me disliking the guy. It's not me, I'm not trying to make him feel down or anything. It's just me criticising him based on his performances. And it's just disgusting, really. Social media, it happens to everyone. It's something you're always going to take in. Anyone who makes content, for example, anyone that plays football, anyone that's kind of in the limelight, it's unfortunately the reality. And it's sad to see a football player outright delete the Twitter account because of it.
Yeah,
but yeah, in terms of you, Tariq, I mean, any Arsenal players ever had to do that?
Granit Xhaka, he was the one who had to do that as well because he was getting all that loads of abuse. I actually said for Granit Xhaka, I'd make him the captain of Arsenal, which was quite controversial, and I had a lot of Arsenal fans going against me for that. But when that incident happened at Crystal Palace, that was because of all the abuse that he was getting about his unborn child. Yeah, and he's still to be born child, and his family by Arsenal fans and in the stadium, and he was scapegoated. So I didn't think that was right. I'm not his biggest fan, Granit Xhaka, but he has always kept those professional standards. I can't disagree with him or really get really discontent with him about that. But also, I've got a question for you, and I want to ask these you guys in the chat as well. How's Joe Willock been?
I mean, not quite the 7 goals in a row, I have to be honest. I don't know if it's quite a purple patch, but he's not been good this season. He has been played out of position. Obviously, we've already spoke about this in the past. Again, though, I mean, we played him that season as number 10 behind the striker when he was scoring loads of goals. In fact, you watched the Leicester game last year when we won 4-2. You see the first goal when Joe Willock scores, how high up the pitch he is. He's literally intercepting the ball from the centre half. And then you look on Sunday, I mean, he's in front of the back four. It's not where he plays at all. I don't understand it, because what's the point of spending £25 million on a player when you don't play him in the correct position? I mean, that's the one sign we made in the summer, and we didn't play him where he naturally plays. So, again, it's a disaster. He hasn't been good, though. I'm not going to just try and say it, it's obviously it's a petition, and he has been underwhelming. Someone's put it there. We get quite a few of these comments out now, but he's not been good. So I guess Arsenal at the minute, you might say, I've got a steal with that one.
It's because we got Ødegaard as well, man. That was the thing. That was the reason why we sold him, because Arteta actually wanted to keep Joe Willock at that point. He was talking in the media saying we're looking to build with Joe Willock, but with the money that we needed to sign Ødegaard, it was the right decision in my eyes. I've defended Joe Willock because of how he plays, and he suits the pressing style that we need. And that's what you guys, if you're going to move into that really attacking football with Eddie Howe, I don't think you can really judge him as a yet, because it's not his players. And will he ever get given that time though, Eddie Howe? That's what I want to ask. Will he? Because if he gets relegated, do you think he'll stay, or what do you think they'll try and move on then, and then try and get their manager in?
It's still quite early to call, because again, our future is just uncertain. Is the only way you can put it. But again, quickly in terms of all players, though, I mean, I think the comment comes out yesterday, so Fernandes is injured. Again, though, I mean, it's just typical.
Federico.
I mean, the timing's a bit off because we haven't played him for whatever reason this season. I've met Graham Jones be asking why we not play Federico Fernandes. He went, he doesn't fit the style of play we play, and because he's not going to get used on the bench, we don't put him on the bench. We're going to dump on the reserves when he's better than the centre we start. I don't understand that. No way, it just baffles me.
Yeah,
a lot of people pretty much claim that his injury's fake. It's nothing to do with him injured. It's the fact that I think if he plays a few more games, it's like a clause in his contract where he gets an extension, something like that. I don't know personally, but there's a lot of speculation you could say about that.
Yeah, next 2 games for you guys is a write-off, and if you pick up any points from that, then I mean, wow. If that was Arsenal picking up points out of those 2 games, I'd be more than happy. So you've just got to, like, as Newcastle fans, I'll just try and say this. I know a lot of you know this already, but just don't get, whatever happens, anybody can hold it. If it's 5s, 6s, whatever, don't look too much into that. Look into the games who you've got coming up, because you've got United. I expect a better performance there. I'm not saying you need to go and grab a win, but it's all about seeing a performance. Everton, I think you're going to need to grab a result where you're at. Southampton on the 2nd of January, you definitely need to grab a result there. Because it's away from home, you don't actually need to win. You don't need to. If you can win your home games, the majority of your home games going on, you'll be surprised how much points that you need to do to get to, like, stay up in this league. Like, you guys know, you've stayed up quite a few times, even under Brucey Ball. I won't mention that name again. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah, what do you think you will? Because I know you're a realistic optimist, as one of the people in the comments were saying. Do you think you will stay up? And if so, would it be because of January, or was it because of, like, Eddie Howe, or a mixture of both?
Well, quickly, in terms of getting those away results, like you said, I don't want to go down to Southampton 8-hour trip not to win, I'll be honest. But
true, I forgot it's a trek for you. Yeah.
But in terms of staying up this season, I still, after the Norwich game, after the 1-1 draw, I went, listen, we need 6 points from Burnley and Norwich. We got 4 in the end. I still, after the Norwich game, I think we'll go down. Then after the Burnley game, I kind of went, I don't know, it's a bit too harsh there. Now that I look at it, though, it completely depends on the January window. It dictates what happens in our season. If we spend well in the January window, then we've got a good chance. If we don't, then we'll go down. It's just how it is. It completely relies on that window. Pretty much our future is in the palm of the new owner's hands, really. So it's their choices who to bring in, their choices how much money to spend. And yeah, it'll dictate what happens to us. The good thing with Newcastle is, though, due to obviously Mike Ashley not spending much money, we have a lot of money we can spend. As well as, obviously, that sponsorship rule that changed yesterday, where if the sponsorship's deemed fair, the Premier League will allow it, which means Newcastle can get PF1s in if it's deemed fair for the league, which obviously we don't know what that is yet. But again, no, it depends on how we play this season. I mean, this month is tough. It's a very bad month for Newcastle, I'll be honest. But I will have all these games at once just so you can kind of write them off, and obviously all the winnable games together so we can have that momentum. But
3 points. 3 points. That's all you're off from safety. I may be stepping in with a bit more optimism for you guys, because I did back you guys to stay up when we did the grading of the Premier League video. I kind of changed my mind in the last few weeks, and it was mainly because you didn't get over the line against Norwich. However, that new manager bounce for Dean Smith seems to have worn off. I don't rate Watford defensively. Going forward, I think they're probably the better team out of all the teams in and around with the clinical goal scorers. I think Emmanuel Dennis, the only Mo Salah, has only scored more goals than Dennis this season and got more in goal involvements. That says a lot right there. But yeah, you've got Callum Wilson. And by the way, he's talking about strikers. I know we're not going to do it, but I would more than take Callum Wilson at my club and against Arsenal. And actually, speaking against Arsenal, just quickly on our game, did you think it was a penalty on Wilson?
Not the one in the second half. He threw himself to the ground in the second half. That's what you're on about.
Yeah, that one with the Nuno Tavares, our left back. Yeah, Tavares.
Yeah, that one wasn't a friend for me. There's a couple of handball appeals in the first half. I think I haven't had a chance to watch him properly, but I think one of them was like where people were seeing it like a clear-cut pen. I wasn't too sure though. Obviously, you can only see so much from where I was sat at the Emirates, but the one in the second half wasn't a pen.
Oh yeah, that was the Odegaard one when he pulled down. Was it Shaw?
It might have been. I can't remember. Was it quite a long time ago?
Yeah, it was. I know. Sorry.
But
I wanted to get your answer on that. Does Arteta want to buy Willett back? I don't think so.
Yeah, he sold 4 months ago or something, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly. I think it's because of Odegaard that we got now. Then we got Smith Rowe we can play there too, and we've got youngsters coming through our under-23s. How was your under-23s been doing?
Well, the win most of the time, to be fair. The match yesterday was really, really good. Went all the way to Ashton. Literally an hour and a half to get there in the bus. It was crazy. It was like a part of the away game, but yeah, it was good. We were 2-0 up. We bottled it, and then we won in pens. So it was an interesting game too.
Elliot Anderson still playing there?
Yeah, but he wasn't playing yesterday. He was training with the main team today, so he'd probably be on the bench tomorrow against Liverpool, I would think, anyway. But he was training with the main team today.
Yeah, he's looked all right when I seen him come on in flashes. He came on, I think, did he make his debut against Arsenal? Was that
He did, yeah, Cup, yeah.
Yeah, he looked all right. I thought he looked a decent little player. But that's also a part of the new rebuild at Newcastle, isn't it? So making sure you have that infrastructure for the youth players to make that training ground. Because that's where, I think you said it in one of your videos that I was watching, that's where the players spend most of their time.
God, I'm not a fan of the training ground. I think got swimming pools there. I used to have the Sports Select paddling pools you stick outside.
Oh, yeah, the ones that you could actually probably buy from Sports Direct.
I think £10. I used to just tuning them millionaires.
Yeah, I used to work for Sports Direct as well, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, man.
You got some bad experiences from Sports Direct.
Shocking, man. It's shocking pay, shocking hours, 0-hour contracts, you name it. Nah, it's Mike Ashley for you, though, isn't it? He is a scumbag.
Yeah, I don't know that started to hear that, but it is what it is, and it was Sports Direct. So
yeah,
I mean, it's not bad to shop for your football boots. To be fair, that's about it. Unfortunately for them.
Yeah, I wouldn't be buying there either. Newcastle, go JD somewhere like that, man. A pro direct.
He's no longer at the club anymore now, so maybe you know what, that'd be nice for once. But
true, you're not lying in his pocket then.
Yeah. In terms of signs for Newcastle, obviously the Trippier one's quite big. We'll talk about that in a bit, but in terms of you two, what signs do you think Newcastle could realistically make, or what ones do you think would be good moves in Newcastle?
I do think you need to be looking at players that are either out of favour or low on their contracts. By the way, there's a lot have been made like, will Newcastle be able to attract players that whilst they're in the position that they're in? Most definitely, I believe so. Because at the end of the day, you're still Newcastle United. The name of the club. Look at Alan Saint-Maximin, ASM. I know he hasn't been great in recent weeks, but he has a real affinity for your fans and your fan base, and the passion that you guys show. It will leave an impression on players, and knowing that they can get that nice bit of pay packet if it works well too will always be an incentive, and players will do that. Unfortunately, what you will go through, and we've seen it with other teams, is mercenaries. Unfortunately, I think that's what you will get. You'll get players that pretend to love the club, but they're just here for the pay packet. Because let's be honest, at the end of the day, even if you had the best manager in the world, best director of football, you're still going to make dodgy signings where they don't quite hit the ground running. But for the likes of Sula, that I don't think you'll get Nicolas Sula, because from Bayern Munich, it's probably a bit too much of a step down, and also he's quite an injury risk. Sven Botman, who was linked with my brother-in-law's team, Wolves, that'll be interesting. He's been touted on the market. Definitely, you need a centre back in there. Cody, not too sure about that. What do you think about any of these signings there, Rad?
Obviously, I would take Sule in a heartbeat. Obviously, in terms of Botman, I have never watched him play before. A lot of people seem to really big him up. So I don't think Aki will come to Newcastle. I mean, obviously, he scored against Leeds yesterday for Man City. I mean, Man City are always going to rotate players. So why would you leave Man City to come to Newcastle? You just wouldn't, would you? No. Cody and Tarkowski, again, would want to leave to come to another relegation rival. Like, why would Wolves and Burnley want to sell him? At the same time, with the money's on the table, I don't know. It depends what these sort of people want. But again, quickly ask the chat now. Who do people want to sign in the January window? And then we'll go through and give our views on them. But yeah, there's so many different ones. It's a thing. What direction would the club take? Will we go for people abroad? Will we go for people that are going to improve the team now? I mean, God, it could be anyone really. But
I think you have to look at. I think you have to look at within the league, or if you're going to take the gamble of the top championship players in there. So, like, for example, I'm not sure if any of you guys in the chat are familiar, but with Gustavo Hamer, he plays for Coventry. He's a very good technical footballer. And look where Coventry, they've had a fantastic season so far. You could definitely get him. Who have you been linked with in midfield in particular, Rad?
Midfield? Ooh. There hasn't been too many midfielder ones at the minute. Obviously, Lingard's the huge one. He's popping all the time. He's popped about 1 million times now. Again, nobody want to leave now that Ralph Ragnick's I don't know. Obviously, there's rumours going around. I think like the TalkSport came out and said, well, Newcastle going to offer them 300 grand a week or some stupid like that for coming to the club. I don't know if people tend to think what they want. I personally don't believe that one. I can't imagine new owners will offer someone that much money already. I feel like the next season or two, definitely. But at the minute, I feel like we'll be trying to get players that want to play for the club instead of someone like 300 grand who's obviously just turning for the money. But again, we'll see. I mean, people, obviously, I may have missed recent stuff. The Trippier ones is huge. We'll get to that shortly. But
Definitely.
yeah. Again, though, guys, what signs you want to make, put them down in the comments. We'll go through them. But, well, gosh, yeah, you just assume we have a lot of money to spend. There's no proof we're going to obviously put out cash. Well, the man that Steve is here on the interview window, we had to spend big in the January window. You look at where Newcastle on the table, you look at the team week in, week out, we obviously had to spend money. The player having bought Newcastle did not spend money. I mean, the bought us to obviously make a franchise out of football teams and stuff like that. So, yeah, there's obviously investment going to be made. Newcastle, I mean, you look at the state of the training ground, you look at the state of facilities, you look at the state of the team. We obviously have to invest, and we will invest. It's just, it is the truth, really. It doesn't matter how much we invest, but we will invest more than what Mike actually spends. So, yeah, admittedly, we don't know how much exactly they are going to spend in January, but they are going to spend, which is the main part. There's no exception. You can't not spend with 19th in the table. But, yeah, people obviously entitled to put down how much we will spend, but the PIF haven't bought Newcastle and not spend that. That's all I can say, really.
Yeah, I think Gavin's probably just a little bit hurt with Mike Ashley. That's probably what it is. You got the trauma, PTSD.
Yeah. Oh, probably. I mean, oh, God. That's the thing, mate. All I'm saying is I'm glad Mike Ashley and Steve had gone, because if we were 19 in the table this season playing like that with those two there was absolutely no chance of going every single match. It's all I can say, really. But, oh, what a disaster that's been so far. But in terms of Arsenal to week, I mean, who are Arsenal looking to get in the window? You got any idea?
Ooh, Arsenal. Who are we looking to get? We're looking for a striker now with the whole Aubameyang situation. We've been linked with the likes of Calvert-Lewin, but I don't think we'll get him in January. More of a summer transfer. Dusan Vlahovic. I think have you seen him? He's at Fiorentina. He's killing it at the moment. Yeah, I think he's top goal scorer in Serie A. But once again, he's rejected Arsenal. So, you know what I mean? Like, no matter how much money you have with the position that Arsenal are in, which is not where we want to be, we want to get rid of our owners, like you guys managed to do that. But yeah, I don't see it happening because of how much Arsenal cost. We've been linked with quite a few, but no one really of note. We need a striker. Callum Wilson, you can come over to the Arsenal, man. You'll be welcome. I don't think I'll be invited back on the channel if I keep pushing that agenda out, man.
If the Maxwell Wilson goes to Arsenal, like, I think I'll have to ban you from the channel.
Tell me about it. Oh man, you can take Aubameyang. Swap deal.
Oh no, I don't want to ban him anymore. To be honest, I think he's hasn't got an awful lot of time left in the Premier League.
That's a good option though from Joniola.
Nico Williams. I haven't watched much of Liverpool this season. Obviously, they're on form to win the league again, but yeah, I just don't see why he would come to Newcastle. I mean, does he play all the time? He's obviously a rotational player, and alone would make sense, I suppose. But again, no, I haven't watched enough of Liverpool to really comment on that one.
He scored quite a few goals for Wales. I mean, he's not scored quite a few goals. He scored one goal, I think, but he's got a good shot on him. He gets forward quite a lot. And what is he? Are you still playing that 3 at the back formation with wing backs?
No, Newcastle play a 4-back now and Eddie Howe.
Oh yes, see. Okay, when did he introduce that? Because I know against us they was playing the 3-4-3. Was it? Was it against Burnley?
Game apart from the Arsenal one, if that's the case.
Oh yes, yeah. So maybe he would work in that. I see him more of a wing back for the type for the club that you're at. But maybe Liverpool is definitely a right back because you know Trent's basically a wing back anyway. Because you know when you got the likes of Fabinho running the midfield. Defensively, I'm not too sure, but he's still young at the end of the day. Loan option to buy. I don't think Liverpool would allow the option, but a loan possibly.
Fair enough. But anyway, I don't know how long you want to be on this for. I'll be doing this.
Whenever you want, Ad, how long you want. That's on fire, man. I'll do the watch along later, but that's for the Arsenal game, so it's not too late.
Well, I'll be on at 6 personally on watch a darts night, so I'll be off at 6 to go watch the darts.
But, nice.
But I just obviously just give you a heads up there. But I just wanted Aidan McGeady versus 2010.
and as one of them as well. One of them. I'm not even going to say the Black Cats.
But I do remember actually in FIFA 11 though, McGeady was a 4-star skiller, but the McGeady spin was a 5-star skill move. He couldn't even do his own skills. Yeah, that was an iconic one. That one. But I mean, if it was 2010, I'd take him, but no, I wouldn't take him 2021. Because there's so many players benching like some Man City, Man United. I like Lingard, I can see him go to West Ham. Well, if West Ham offered them, you would just pick West Ham or Newcastle, wouldn't you? Like, why would you not? In terms of players, so bench warmers, I mean, it's tough to say because it's what players want, really. Again, like a player like Nathan Aké, like, why would he come to Newcastle now? He can just sit in Man City's bench, make a fortune, and get appearances now and again. It just depends, really.
I'm just trying to have a look at the Man United squad now because I think Man United will probably be your best bet because City, like I was looking at their bench yesterday and yeah, it didn't look great. By the way, they've got a lot of youngsters in there, but the main players that they have in rotation are all first team players, so I don't think you'd get anyone from City.
Yeah, in terms of this one, I've got the word is Newcastle when you get 50 minutes sponge on me, but where's that word from? That's the thing. I think I do remember seeing that. I'm pretty sure it was some newspaper article, but again, no, I mean, £50 million. It's Newcastle could literally spend I think it's up to £200 million in a window based on financial fair play. So again, they got to spend more than £50 million. Surely, if they want to stay up, that's just not enough at the minute. I feel like. Again, no, you never know the smart signs. I think Everton, despite obviously how bad they've been this season, I think the signs have been good for how much money they spent. Like Jamal agreed for £2 million to steal, and Townsend was in a free as well. But yeah, still, that's quite rare. You got to spend money to get good players nowadays. And
having said that, though, lads, you look at the Arsenal signings that we've made and how successful they've been. Like, I think if they would have went to Newcastle at the start of the season, people wouldn't have been like, "Oh wow, he's too good to go there." Like with their reputations they've built. So as long as you scout properly, and I'm sure if the owners they would have known about the takeover before we knew about it in the Newcastle fans. Yeah. So I'm sure they would have probably had things in place and players that they would want to sign. What do you think if they run proper? Well, who knows?
Yeah, well, of course, you got the targets. It just see what happens in the end, really. But again, Newcastle, it's just a money place at the minute, really. There's no incentive to come to Newcastle unless you want to play Premier League football. You want money. There's no trophy-wise. You don't want to come for trophies. You don't want to come for European football. So you kind of just got to rely at the minute on money or just the promise that in a year's time or 2 years' time we will be progressing. But again, no, it's just Ramsey available for 8 or 12 million, which is the problem. Well, wages won't be the problem anymore because, I mean, we might as well have an open war chest, to be honest, the amount of money Newcastle's got. But Ramsey's always one that's quite heavily linked to Newcastle, even before the team. I mean, remember a couple of years ago, he's always been linked. Wages are high, of course, but I think he's better than what we have. Probably, I think he's better than Jeff Hendricks, so I would have to say yes to Ramsey in that one.
Yeah, I agree with that. Obviously, former Arsenal player. He's on like 400k a week, though.
Yeah.
I reckon you'd probably pay about 200, and he's very injury prone. That's the problem with Ramsey's fitness issues, and he's getting older now, so it's not really getting much better. So maybe it's a risk at the end of the day, but yeah, you got to take risks, don't you? With the position that you're in now.
Oh, yeah. But going here, I've got. But this Man City broke financial fair play rules, nothing's happened. Well, that's the thing. You always find loopholes around financial fair play. And even Newcastle would be legit to play it. We've still got to spend hundreds of millions of pounds anyway. So there's just literally no point of financial fair play, to be honest.
For real.
Ramsey would be a class sign. Arsenal would have been good as he left, but it's probably best season. You agree with that?
I agree with that. When he did leave, he was injured do you remember when the Europa League final happened with Chelsea battering us 4-1? He was injured and he was crucial for that Europa League run. And I think if we'd have had him on that day, we may have done something a bit better. But, so yeah, he's very good, though. You'll love him if you did get him at Newcastle. But it's about if he stays fit. That's his only problem.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, again, the full Newcastle team's injury prone, to be fair. So
there you go.
Choose too much, but again, 1 sec. Yeah, what's this? Oh, damn! Imagine that would be a killer, that one. But what's your thoughts on Tottenham so far this season? Obviously, Conte going into a big one for them, but in terms of how they play, how do you feel?
Tottenham, Conte said it himself. He didn't expect the level of the Tottenham to be so low. So yeah, they're awful. They've got an awful midfield. Honestly, like I think your midfield would challenge theirs, and that's saying something. But, Harry Kane has had a shocker of a season. He wants to go. So this, to me, guys, it just shows football isn't about technical ability. It's all about up there for me, mentality-wise. If you check out of the game, like Harry Kane has done, and then you've still got a lot of players that just can't play at that level for Spurs, you know, it will come and it will show. And that's why we've seen the likes of, you know, Mo Salah go from where he was shocking, couldn't get a game at Chelsea, left, worked hard, and bang, look where he is now. So, yeah, as long as the players show the right mentality, that's what I'm saying for back to Newcastle, but with Spurs, shocking, man. Hopefully, Conte leaves and realises that it's Tottenham and you can't ever do anything. But if Verheervich rejected Arsenal, went to Tottenham, then it says a lot about him, though, doesn't it?
I like that a lot. But yeah, anyway, if you're watching the daughters get going praising the centre half commitment there, he is an athlete to be fair. They're probably the only darts player that actually got a good body, I would say. But big fan of him. Such a dirty player. I love it. But,
you ever been to the darts? I mean,
yeah, I've actually. It's the first time I watched darts. I actually never watched darts before, but I went to the event because my mate's dad couldn't go, so I got to get a ticket last minute. So yeah, I went to the one in Newcastle. Oh, it was meant like fully enjoyed it. We watched it ever since. But again, though, it's just financial purpose nightmare, innit? But yeah, if you had to take a keeper, would you choose Hoffman, Cody's Sunderland's keeper? Who? Hoffman.
I'm gonna give a little bit of a praise to Sunderland here, though. We've got them in the Carabao Cup, but their academy has been pretty decent, you know, in recent seasons. They got that centre back called Callum Doyle. You know, I'm not going to say too much about Sunderland because, you know, I can't. Not on a Newcastle channel.
Taking up Sunderland there for a Carabao Cup match. I mean, jeez.
Tell me about it.
Standards, well, yeah. But,
hey, are you going to get past Cambridge?
Yes, we are. Yes, we will get past Cambridge. But God, I hope so. Anyway, I mean, last FA Cup we won on had Rochdale away, drew that one, had to beat them at home. Then we had Oxford at home, had to drew them, had to beat them away again. Oh God, not been the best against the League One teams lately. I think Cambridge should be a nice pushover, hopefully.
Should be, yeah.
But would you take Max Owens? Yes, I think he is an upgrade in Manquillo. I haven't watched much of Norwich this season again, but Manquillo has no end product. He's all right defensively getting forward. He just can't do anything getting forward. He's passing sloppy. He slows the player down, and Max Owens is just someone that will improve it. But again, though, we'll talk about Trippier shortly, but I mean, his rumours are pretty good at the minute, so yeah, I mean, I would definitely take him over both, to be honest. So, yeah, we'll see, really. What about Jetro Williams? Obviously, sad story about him. Got injured against Chelsea, never played for Newcastle again, and I don't think he ever will. There's a reason why Newcastle haven't winning for him. We could have gotten multiple seasons where he was on a free, as well. He was a free agent at one point, and we just never went for him. So, fitness-wise, he must just be shot, really. I don't know what it is, but he just mustn't be good enough for the Premier League anymore because he would have gotten by now. So, no, personally, I would say for that one.
He was very good going forward, wasn't he, Williams? Like,
he's good, yeah.
He looked proper.
He's a really good player. I'm at Liverpool away tomorrow. Can't wait. I'll be there. Oh, God.
Where are you sitting at? That's the question. Where are you going to be sitting for that Liverpool? Because, you know, so if you go further back, the view's horrific. I've been to Anfield myself, and I sat right at the front, which is pretty decent. It's nice there. I've heard the stories when you sit way back. Yeah,
it's like restricted views, but I haven't got a restricted view ticket. I'm going down with Paul from the Tomb Review. He's got a restricted view ticket, so he's got to stand next to me. I think my ticket's pretty decent, but again, I mean, nobody stands where the seat is at the game. I just go if I want to go if it's best of a code, really.
Yeah, there you go. Fair enough.
This is opinions of Sunderland this season. Well, from what it looks like, you would expect to get promoted, but again, they've obviously bottled it with previous seasons, so we'll see. But obviously, it's not my thought. My thought is staying up, so we'll see how Sunderland do. But not interested to play the best way of putting it past.
Good academy. That's it.
Yeah. Do you think Smith won't stay at Arsenal for the next 5 years? What do you think about that, too?
Oh, that's such a good question. I mean, I've got splinters on my bum already, you know, because I just want to sit on the fence on this one. But if I'm going to put my house on it, I'm going to say no because of what I've previously... I don't trust the ownership. I don't trust the owners to get to the level where Smith Rowe and Saka can get to, unfortunately. And I could go the same with the likes of Erdegaard, Gabriel. I don't think they'll be here for in the next 5 years, unless Arsenal prove me wrong. I hope so.
Very well. All right. Well, I mean, we got on about the seats here. I'm 11 rows back this time. Last time I was back row and restrictive here. I could only see the goal close to the Jetro squad. You're going to see half the pitch. I don't know if you've been to Crystal Palace away before, but that is a horrible way, and you literally can't see any of the pitch at all.
No, I've never been there.
you can't see half the stadium, and because of how the stadium's designed, when people stand up at the game, you can't see in front of you either. The people in front of you, they're just taller. So
that's a joke. They've got a big pole though, haven't they? As well,
yeah,
like Goodison Park. That's a nightmare too. Yeah, they need to really...
the end of December as well for Newcastle. I mean, thankfully that one's getting done over, so that'll be gone in a couple of seasons. But nothing worse than hitting the poles.
Yeah, it's true. Well, do you see any? Well, you've got a massive stadium already. How much does St James's hold?
52,240 or something like that.
Do you see any improvements coming soon at St James's? Or
I think I've got no choice but to. We saw it already. I don't know how true it was, but I heard there was like a 50,000 season ticket waiting list. So I mean, that's actually double the stadium. So I mean, at some point, obviously, that'll build a new one. But unfortunately, where St James's Park is and the land around it, we kind of lost the land around it. So you've got to build it somewhere else, really. But at the same time, it'll be a nightmare because obviously all the businesses in Newcastle will suffer because of it. And again, where would you put the stadium? Where are you going to do it? I mean, there's so many different questions asking. I mean, I don't think it would change for a couple of seasons, but I think it would have to based on how many people would want to go to the games.
Yeah.
And again, in terms of match day revenue and stuff like that, I mean, I imagine this, if we stay up this season, I imagine the season tickets will increase in price due to obviously people want to come in now. So we'll see. But yeah, that's my thoughts about it. But what are you going to say there, Si?
What are you going to do with the away fans? Can you please stop sticking us all the way up there, please?
No, it's up to 14 flights of stairs. I mean, he's had to do it on my season ticket back in the day, so it was a nightmare. But
yeah.
I don't know how true it is, but I remember someone telling us that they actually had to move the away fans next season. Again, I don't know if that's the case or not, but yeah, as far as I'm aware, they do have to move the away fans, but we'll see, really. I'm not too sure. But for now, though, whenever Arsenal players are going to have to go back now, level 7 again.
Oh, tell me about it. Oh, man. It's a nightmare. My sister's told me about it a lot because she used to go to them. And on the night games as well. Oh, my days. When you're all tired after work, you got to climb all the way up them flights. They do have an elevator, though, don't they, now?
I think it's just for like people with disabilities. I don't think it's for you.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. I know. Lucky them.
Yeah, I'll be at St James as well.
Yeah, me, I've never been myself. Nah, I want to go, though, because Newcastle, it's right in the city centre, isn't it, St James's?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, oh, man, definitely want to go. Hey, go on a night out afterwards as well. Hey, Ad, me and you, come on. Let's get it sorted, man.
Of course. But obviously, just keep in touch about that. But in terms of Alfredo Morelos, it's the same with Mitrovic for me. Yes, they're both good strikers, but both of them are obviously aggressive. Both of them are hot-headed. And Mitrovic, he had a bad season for Fulham last time. Probably, obviously, he's going to have probably the best season in the Championship ever this year. But again, I think both of them are similar. Both of them will get red cards throughout the season, which is not what Newcastle need at the minute. We need players that can play every single match. So, ability-wise, yes. But no, due to his attitude, I would say, I don't think he's the greatest at that.
Yeah, you need players that are like he's ready for a fight, but not the right type of fight. Morelos, you want to be fighting to stay in the league, not opposition players on the pitch.
Yeah, exactly. Did you think we get relegated? Glad you're feeling on myself, mate. Yeah, I'm feeling fine. I've got no idea what that was about the last couple of weeks, but yeah, I'm all good now. Do I think we get relegated? I think the January window will completely dictate whether that happens or not. So, to answer my question, I'm not sure. I said after the Norwich game, if we didn't beat them, I think we'd go down. Obviously, we didn't win that game. So, yes, I felt like at the time. But I'm still uncertain, though, because the thing is, Newcastle won once this season, but yet we're still 3 or 4 points above below 4 bottom. So, which I mean, it's shocking how bad is the bottom half of the league in this table. I mean, it's ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying, man. 3 points. 3 points. You're off Watford, who are in 17th. So they're just outside the relegation zone. And how are you feeling about January, Ad? Like, are you feeling excited? Are you a bit more nervous?
I'm excited. I'll enjoy what happened tomorrow. I mean, I'm sick of waiting. I'm sick of seeing these things. That's pretty crap we can go. I want to see them gone.
True, that's your Christmas, isn't it? January.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm not nervous at all. One Newcastle, like Lingard will only join the club on loan. I mean, I would take him on loan. Like, I don't think that's a problem at all at the minute. It's obviously staying up's the main concern. By the time we had Liverpool tomorrow, I'm leaving 1:30. I don't know. I'm going down to Tomb with you again, so by the time he wants to drive down, but I think we're heading down early to avoid the obviously the traffic as well as getting the stadium straight away. That stupid COVID laws tomorrow. I mean, you've got to get in the stadium early. It's the first time doing the COVID laws tomorrow at the ground. You know for a fact it's going to be slow. It's going to be it's going to be an absolute disaster in the way, and I feel like.
How long is the journey for you?
Liverpool's about 3 hours, so about 150 miles or so.
Oh, okay, that's a bit longer than I thought because I know Liverpool, but it's on the other side of the country, though, isn't it? In terms of, yeah.
That's a short one for Newcastle, 150 miles. That's like more of a short one.
True, that's a good point.
Oh god, I mean, I'm just glad there's no London ones for this month. If there was any London ones in the summer, it'd be annoying. But Southampton's second in January, God, it's gonna be annoying.
Oh no, after New Year's Day.
It's just Fortune Jordan for the future. That's a good one, actually. And Eddie Howe's been really good so far. Week in, week out, he's playing his heart out. Yes, obviously, he's not getting the goal contributions to a probably 1 point striker, but he's getting everything he's got, and he's the only player that every single match since Eddie Howe's came in, he's played well. So, yeah, I'd be really happy with him. Obviously, he's actually living to the 40 million price tag we pay, which is good. Again, that's what I want to see. But what about you, Tariq? What do you think of Jordan so far?
Honestly, like I think he's found his position now. He's a winger. Do you know when I watched Joelinton play before you signed him? He was playing against City for Hoffenheim, and he actually looked pretty decent out on the left. I think he was a Mike Ashley signing because Mike Ashley came out and he said he wanted Joelinton. Giving him the number 9, that was too much. That famous number 9 jersey is heavy at Newcastle, so. Yeah. For Joelinton, he became a scapegoat in a way, like a laughing stock in the Premier League. But he's actually not a bad footballer now. He's out on the left with the number 7 instead. So yeah, man, I rate Joelinton. I think he's looked quality in the last few games, and Eddie Howe's realised his position.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't think anyone can really complain with Jordan. He's the only one I think can walk away from that Leicester game and said he had a good game. I think everyone else was pretty bad. So I mean. Yeah. Oh God.
Who is your favourite player at this? What would you currently say at this Newcastle team?
Well, from Callum Wilson, I think he is a really good striker. Obviously, when he gets to those services, he doesn't really do anything, but he's always a player that he's going to score when he gets a chance. All he has to do is get a chance. He can do nothing for 70 minutes, but get the ball and still score. That's the kind of player Callum Wilson is. He is a great finisher, and yeah, I love my strikers. That's all I can say. I love number 9s that put the ball in the net. So.
Have you watched Shearer Overlap? Have you watched that one?
I haven't watched the Overlap actually yet, no.
Yeah, look, he's pretty decent with Gary Neville, and you hear a lot more about him. I love Shearer, listening to him speak as well. As I'm not a Geordie, I'm sure most Geordies do. Love that as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, though. What's this? Final. Well, actually, ask for predictions. What we're going to say: Liverpool versus Newcastle tomorrow. Top versus essentially bottom. What are we seeing for tomorrow? Anfield. Newcastle haven't won there since, I don't know, 1994 or something like that. So heading up to 30 years since we last won there. That's crazy, yeah. But yeah, score prediction wise, what we're going to say for that match tomorrow, we'll start talking about the Liverpool game, start building it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, need to do my test. Actually, under 18s getting about a test. Under 18s are fine as far as I'm aware. I'm pretty sure it is. Don't quote me on it, but I believe under 18s are fine to not to get tested at the game.
Wow.
It says Eddie Howe knows what players he wants in weeks ago. There'll be tests him as in our story. Yeah, well, fair enough. I would imagine Eddie Howe would have his targets. For example, I mean, when a man this did, had interviews done with all these different managers, and Eddie Howe obviously came out and said, I love that interview with him. And yeah, you would imagine some of the questions in the interview would be like, oh, what sort of players would you be interested in? Where would you want to improve on? Just stuff like that, really, though, basic things. And you will definitely have some targets in his mind. As whether we get them or not is one thing, and whether the play well is another thing.
That's a good point. It's very true. It's hard to get players to commit whilst you're in a relegation battle. If you're looking at previous years, so loans will be your best option. So even like Jesse Lingard on loan and stuff, because you can't commit to a player like Jesse Lingard if you go in the Championship, because then it's hard to get rid of them.
Yeah. That's the thing as well. Some players will probably come on the club and have like these clauses on where if we get relegated, it can get or we're willing to loan you out if you go down or something like that. It's going to be a nightmare with some of these signs. But
do you know
what?
The pandemic might play into your favour, because outside of Europe, clubs need the money. So if you can do like a loan option, and with the option of if you stay up, you'll pay however much to that club. It may work then.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, I agree with that. But anyway, quickly in terms of Fabrizio Romano, everyone always likes listening to him. Newcastle is seriously interested in signing Trippier. It's not a done deal. He's one of the main names in the list, as Botman is as well for this centre-back position. Atletico Madrid turned down Man United bid for Trippier around 14 million euros last summer. So there we are. Newcastle seem to be all in for him according to Fabrizio Romano. So that's good. I'm really big fan of Trippier.
Yeah, that would be a quality signing for you, because that's not just what he provides in terms of open play, set pieces. You know, he's key for that. And Matt Ritchie, I think Matt Ritchie's had one of the most highest chances created in the league, which is ridiculous when I saw that stat. But fair play to Ritchie. What's your thoughts on him anyway?
He's already going for it. He's probably playing as a left back, and he's awful fullback. Every single week, it doesn't matter who was on that wing, he'll destroy Matt Ritchie because he hasn't got the pace. And he's not a left back. Why are we playing there? It's so stupid. But I'm glad he's not there anymore. I'm glad Jamal looks actually plays because I prefer him. If he get relegated, do you think Wilson and Aaron St-Maximin will stay? I actually think Callum Wilson would stay. I feel like Wilson's at a point in his career now where he's getting older. His legs are starting to go a little bit. He's injury prone. He's not a desirable player, I would say, anymore. Yes, obviously, for example, Tariq would like the same at Arsenal, but will Arsenal really want to sign Callum Wilson? Probably not, due to his age and obviously background. So I actually think he would stay. I think St-Maximin is one you would expect to leave. He's obviously a desirable player. Yes, he hasn't been good the last few weeks, but again, St-Maximin has the ability with better players. You would think that he's going to do more. So again, if we go down, it depends what the player wants, but I think he will be one that will probably leave. But Wilson, I think would stay. I don't know what you think about that.
Hey, Adama Traore, he's out of contract. Imagine Adama and St-Maximin on either wing. Oh, it would be a nightmare to probably watch and defend. You wouldn't know what you'd get out of them. But yeah, Callum Wilson wouldn't have a clue what if the ball's coming in or anything like that. But yeah, I think Wilson. I think if you get relegated, I think he'll leave. And I think the same with St-Maximin as well. If there is more of a chance of Wilson staying, because I mean, like you will come straight back up, because even under Mike Ashley, you did that. So I think if a player goes down and stays, if one of those do it, then they've got legendary status for me. If I'm looking from the outside, what would you say, Adam? Would you say if they stayed and with the start of the rebuild?
Yeah, I would say so. I think both of them obviously are going to be players in 5 years' time. We look back and go, oh, they're players are like your Denver Boys, your Ben Offers, those sort of ones.
Yeah.
So, I would say if obviously they do stay, then listen, they get a thumbs up on my books. But you never know. Obviously, when Juventus got relegated, it was back in 2004. Someone went down to Serie B. They kept some ridiculous players. Can't remember exactly all of them, but obviously Buffon was a big one, and all sorts of mad ones in there. But
yeah, exactly.
But anyway, again, with score predictions, so someone think we'll draw 2-2 against Liverpool. I mean,
I would thought that would be.
Geez, that is ambitious. But again, what do people think score predictions wise tomorrow?
Yeah, definitely. Whilst you're getting in your score predictions, I've got a little hypothetical question for you now. There's one player in recent years, it can't be Alan Shearer, that you would take and put in this team right now.
Is there any sort of limits on how many years it can be?
Nah, no limits. In your lifetime, who you've seen and you've been really impressed with, and would make a big difference to this team.
Well, who I've seen as well. I first started watching Newcastle properly in like 2010, so I didn't get the football quite late on. So from 2010 onwards, I'll answer that question. A player that I would bring in now to help this team out. I mean, there's quite a few to be fair, actually. Probably, I would say probably Prime Cabaye. I think we need midfielders. I think Johan Cabaye in his prime was an absolute joke. So I think I would definitely take him in the midfield. Obviously, players like Denver Bar, Ben Arthur, obviously they were class in the prime as well. But I think attack-wise, we're pretty good, to be honest. So true. I think defensively and in the midfield, we need players more. So
How about Wijnaldum?
Yeah, he actually wasn't that good for Newcastle. He was our top goal scorer. He scored 12 goals. To be fair, he was playing left mid, I think, under McLaren, so not his position at all. I remember at away games where he was really bad at away matches. I don't know what it is. He went away games, he just capitulated. He just couldn't play well at all. So he wasn't actually as good as people remember, but obviously his goal scoring wise, he scored 12 goals in midfield, which is obviously class return for him. So yeah, and obviously when he went to Liverpool, he was class there as well. So I would obviously definitely take him back. But in terms of Newcastle, he wasn't as good as people remember him. He was okay, but at home games, so he definitely turned up against the big teams.
4 against Norwich, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, they literally scored 12 goals every single one was at home. But yeah, what time we leaving to go to Liverpool? I'm not sure. Yeah, probably about 2 o'clock, I would think. Yeah, about 2 o'clock seems fair. Again, I didn't want to miss that. I didn't want to miss that late hour traffic as it goes.
What time are you going to get back? Sorry.
Don't know, maybe 1, 2. It's just... So yeah, normally to be fair, obviously the exception Leicester, due to that being 2 o'clock. Well, I mean, used to that by now. I don't really mind that. I prefer the midweek ones to be fair because I like sleeping in the morning. I don't like waking up dead early. Remember the Arsenal one? Oh, that was a joke. That was no, that was the 12:30 kick of the Arsenal one, and that was obviously the day after I was in the hospital. So I was like in my hospital, and I just stayed up all night because the bus was like I think it was like 2 or something in the morning, or 3 in the morning, something like that. So I was like, what's the point of going to sleep? So I didn't sleep at all for that game. So I'm a bit so I mean, God, what a disaster that day was. But
wow,
that was crazy that one. But I mean, every single match this season I've said I go to them all. So, but in terms of this, yeah, that's the one good thing about this match week for Newcastle is the fact that Leeds got thumped 7-0 yesterday. So if Newcastle gets smashed tomorrow, it'll not be like a massive not be something that'll be talked about as much because of this one here. But yeah, I've got no idea how I was going to get this team going again after losing 4-0 to Leicester, and especially obviously the prediction Leicester were in that game. Well, we should have beat them. It's absolutely shocking by us.
Never a penalty, by the way. Never a penalty in change.
No, it wasn't a penalty. Definitely not. But I don't understand Jamal Lascelles though, because if that was me in that prediction, where I've stuck my foot out and Madison's just died in front of us, like, why would he not tell the referee that he's died? He just stands there, like, I'll be screaming at the referee, go and check VAR now, like, it's not a pen. Yeah. I don't understand Lascelles. He's not a captain at all. He's got no passion. He doesn't want to be there. He's just standing there like a headless chicken. I mean,
I agree. I agree with that. You have to make a meal out of it. And talking about Arsenal, relating it back to then, you saw the Godfrey incident when he stepped on Tomiyasu's face. Mm-hmm. No Arsenal fan made anything out of that. No Arsenal fan was saying, "Oh, you know what? Come on, have a look at that." Like everyone was just there watching, and that impacts the decisions. It does. You can tell when you're in the stadium watching it, and the referees are like, "Oh, let's have a listen." They've said this has happened. Referees are easily influenced, aren't they, Ad?
Yeah. But again, no, it's not even just about being influenced, really. It was obviously not a pen, so I had to do 3 hours. I just had to check then. It's just reverses the sin. But instead, the South just stands there with his thumb up his backside. What is the point? What is honestly the point? I mean, there's still, we can't just blame that. They were in the second half, Newcastle had to get back in the game. We capitulated. There was just a shocking second half. 4-1, it was a disgrace. And yeah, it's crazy, really. But anyway, quickly, people join now with Trippier. Pretty much in terms of Trippier, Newcastle, they proper need him at the minute. Like, they're really trying to go in for him. Quickly get to a tweet again, actually. So, Romano, where was he? But Romano's put on saying that Newcastle going all in for him and they're trying their utmost to get him. So, we'll see what happens in the end, but Newcastle seem dead keen on it happening. We'll see. But anyway, yeah. It's Tyrese Campbell, isn't he? Like 60 or something like is that? I don't know what Campbell I'm thinking of, yeah.
But that's Kevin Campbell's son.
Oh, is it? Oh, I'm thinking how much you think of Kevin Campbell himself.
Yeah,
it's his son play for actually. I haven't had much attention.
Yeah, Stoke. He's had a decent season. A bit slow starting in his career at Stoke, but now he's scored quite a few goals. I'll have a look at how many for you whilst you read that.
Yeah, I know. Again, I quickly get a couple more comments for you. Should we expect that out? Would be typical. We pinch back more. Exactly, that's just how it is, isn't it? You can't beat your teams around you, but you get the results against the top teams. It's one of them sort of ones. It would have been reviewed anyway, saying, well, VAR was never in check, really. And you see the big screens of Leicester would have said, oh, VAR in progress, VAR is doing this. I mean, they never checked it. Obviously, I couldn't watch it on the TV, but again, on the TV, they would have said if VAR was checking it or not. So I'm pretty sure it wasn't checked.
I mean, it's not that great looking at it. He's played 9 games and he scored 2 goals in the Championship. So it's not that great. It's not that great.
That's Newcastle. How many points do you reckon to get next 5 games? So that's Liverpool away, Manchester City at home, Manchester United at home. How many points I think we get? I think we'd be lucky to get any, to be honest. I think City and United at home, we can on our day potentially get something. It's just Yeah, a lot of things that are going in our favour though. I think Liverpool is literally impossible. I can't see us getting from that game.
Yeah, Everton, Rafa might fold for you.
Yeah, that one's winnable, but that one's the fourth game. It's not the next three, so that's
True.
winnable.
I think Calvert Lewin might be back for that one as well.
Oh, well, that's great, isn't it? Let's see. I think the Charleston's out quite well to us. That's a big one for Newcastle. I think without him, I think Townsend's out for ages as well. So again, that's a big one for us. Townsend loves playing against Newcastle. So
I used to play for you as well. Forgot about that.
Yeah, a few months and he left and got very good.
Yeah.
But you need Andy Fowler type. But of course, Andy runs his buses at away games. He's split for Newcastle. I mean, literally, we drove down the car on the way to Leicester, and the back air blew up. So you could see in the back of the bus, it's just smoke all over the bus, like it's put up, like it blew up the bus. So yeah, it's crazy away games. Like thankfully no one was hurt, but like the bus like literally blew up at the back. So I don't know what happened there, but yeah.
Do you know with the away games, do you travel in the coaches and the buses and that?
I do most of the time, yeah. Obviously, a couple of this season I've been in my mate's car, but most of the time on the bus. But not Andy's
on the bus, ain't it? It's all right. It's a good laugh sometimes.
It's a good laugh. It's just long, and I'd rather be in the car. So it's just so long in the games.
True.
Yeah, Liverpool at Martin. I'm at every single game, pal. It should be asked this as well. You should automatically know I'm at the games. But yeah, I'll be there tomorrow. Look forward to it. It says we need to buy a lead on Joey. One Barton hit the nail on the head. They have them in the team during his time. Yeah, exactly. I mean, again, Jamal Lascelles is not a leader, but big up Warren Barton by Newcastle legend. He's pretty much been on all the Newcastle channels lately. I haven't asked him yet, but I'm pretty sure if I ask him, he would actually come onto the channel. So I think I would at some point. I just don't know what video to do. That's the only thing. So I might do like a 10-minute interview and just get some snippets for a video, maybe. Not too sure. But he's a legend, by the way. But yeah, I agree. I mean, we do need a leader. Jamal Lascelles is not a leader. He's not a captain. So why is he the captain? Had the proof not got the bollocks to give the captain on ban off and just give it to someone else, like Callum Wilson, for example. He'd be a much better leader. I don't understand it. Like, give Jamal Lascelles a break. Let him go for it. Listen, just give him the time off. Just go. You know what? Manchester City game, go home. Just enjoy the game from home. Just give him some time off, honestly. I mean, his head's clearly not in the right place. He's deleted Twitter last week due to getting negative comments. I mean, let the guy have a break. It's clearly too much going on for him. Just give the guy a day off or something. I mean, I've had enough of it. He's not a good player. I've had enough of Jamal Lascelles. I don't want to see him play, but you know for a fact he's going to play every single game.
That's a good point, man. Who else? Is Callum Wilson probably the only standout one who could take the captaincy off of him? Because I'm not a big fan of strikers being captain unless it's Shearer.
Well, Richie would probably normally be it, but again, I don't want him starting, so he can't really be the captain. From the starting 11, it's not really anyone else. Maybe the goalkeeper at the break. I guess he's somewhat of a leader, but again, I always think outfield players being captains. And who else is there? I mean, that's about it really. To show you don't want him to be the captain, so that's it really. It's kind of Wilson's the only one I'll really give it to. Obviously, if anyone disagrees with that, put it down in the comments. 1 sec. A lot of people are talking about Conor Cody saying he'd be a perfect one. What's this? Proper experienced centre back and we'll get the players back if not performing. That's what we kind of need, to be honest. We need someone that has that energy just to kick off the players who need to do anything wrong, which is good. I mean, Lascelles, his job as the captain is to get the back line straight, get the full line straight. You watch the Arsenal game, you watch how far Matt Ritchie kept Martinelli onside. He's about 20 yards onside. What is he doing? That's Lascelles' job, to tell Ritchie to get into position because he's clearly a mile off keeping them onside. I mean, again, though, the captain needs to be doing it. He's not a leader at all.
It's true, man. I agree with that. And that was poor. It was just a simple ball from Tomiyasu over the top. And because Jamal Lascelles is so worried about his game at the moment, like he's forgetting to be the captain. So the captain's armband may just be weighing too heavy on him. So if I was you, I agree with your points there. You have to get it off of him now. Give it to someone else. Exactly,
yeah, literally. But 1 second, I'm going to quickly get my my tag ready for the Liverpool game. We'll finish off with the Liverpool preview. God, that's going to be an exciting one, isn't it? But we'll get a few more comments, then we'll do the last 20 minutes talking about the Liverpool game. Because, I mean, there's plenty to talk about, really.
Yeah.
Easy peeps. Everyone wants Aubameyang to go to Newcastle. Bad idea. I mean, who wants Aubameyang to go to Newcastle? I mean, I've seen it.
Me. I want to go to Newcastle.
But, I mean, no, we can't have new players that got sort of background issues at the minute. If they wanted an ST goal out for Kane, I mean, I don't think Kane want to come to Newcastle. I mean, He's struggling at Tottenham. Yes, he wants the big move. I mean, maybe if he wants the money, but that's just it. His best chance of leave was this summer, and Levy was refusing to sell him, so he's not going to leave Tottenham. He's kind of stuck there, to be honest. So, yeah, he's kind of got to work his own game, to be honest, at the minute, because he's had a pretty piss-poor season, to be honest. So, there's any Arsenal players who would possibly come here. Well, in terms of you, actually, Tariq, what players do you think would actually leave Arsenal this season or would be out the door shortly?
Hey, Ad, there's a few, and I've got them up for you. Ad, I'm going to mention a few of the names, and then obviously we can run through them, and you can say yes or no. All right, so we'll start off with Rob Holding.
Yes.
Pablo Mari.
I haven't watched enough of him, actually.
I think he played very well against you when we played you in the FA Cup with Rob Holding. So he's all right. He's very slow, though. Very slow.
If I had to pick one, I'd take Rob Holding at the 2.
True. Kolasinac.
I don't know how he's played in recent years, actually. I haven't watched the Arsenal team so long.
Unfortunately, he's injured.
He was injured, or probably know him. He's injured.
Callum Chambers.
What position is he? So centre half, or is he went forward?
He's played right back recently under Arteta, but he can play centre half. He can play in midfield. He got Player of the Season in midfield for Fulham when he was out on loan. Then he played like defensive midfielder. So yeah, he's decent. I think he's a good Premier League player. In my opinion, if you signed him, I think that would be all right. Who's your right back at the moment? Actually, you got Manquillo. Who was that? Sorry.
Yeah, Javier Manquillo. He used to play for Liverpool a few years ago.
Yeah, Chambers. Yeah, I'll take Chambers. What about Cedric Suarez, the former Southampton one?
Again, I've got no idea.
Yeah, but these players aren't in the side at the moment. Like Mohamed El Neni, he's been linked, hasn't he? El Neni.
He has been at some point, yeah.
He scored against you last season. I remember that.
Yeah, everyone scored against Newcastle, to be honest, probably. So I don't think they've been big about, but
there's
he's okay, but I think more players that can get forward, I would say, in the midfield.
True. And Eddie Nketiah.
No, I wouldn't take Nketiah. I would say.
I agree with that one. Yeah, I agree with those shouts there, Ad.
Yeah, fair enough. There's a couple of ones in there. Defensively, but I mean, defensively are awful. So yeah, they'll definitely take the likes of Rob Holding for sure. What's this? Yeah, Germany. What we're from Facebook saying he spoke to Connor Cody. Could be happening. I mean, obviously I need to see it myself, but okay, that's interesting. Warren Barton has said that Connor Cody is a good leader on a pitch. You don't listen to Warren Barton because you just know him already. He's a good leader, just by the way he speaks in the pitch, the way he speaks off the pitch about his team. And they compare to obviously a guy like Lascelles. I feel like I'm bullying the guy at this point, but he's not good. I mean, I've got to keep saying this. He's not a good defender. He plays week in, week out. It's so basic. Just take the armband off him, just put him out his misery. I mean, it's sad to watch. I've had enough of him. I'm spending hundreds of pounds week in, week out watching this clown play for the club. I can't stand Lascelles.
Oh man. Poor Lascelles, man. Well, not poor Lascelles. He gets paid a nice bit of packet.
Get a draw him on. These are some really optimistic people. Like we're 19th on the table, lads. We're playing Liverpool, who are, they're second by 1 point if they win tomorrow. So they've got better goal distance around the city. So really, they're probably the contenders to win the league at the minute. Exactly. Liverpool's results actually were sort of big up the results before we talk about the game.
If you did get a draw, I'd be even more disappointed with Arsenal because we rolled up there, had a decent first half and still ended up losing 4-0.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Liverpool's results in this month, they beat Everton 4-1 away, they beat Wolves 1-0 away, they beat AC Milan away 2-1, and they beat Aston Villa 1-0 at home. So 4 wins against 4 pretty good teams, to be fair. Well, Everton and Wolves are kind of average, really, but still, obviously, teams that Newcastle, you imagine, would not have the greatest of times against. But is there any car rappers that could attract a Aubameyang in Newcastle? Jeez.
Not that I know of. Nah. Joel Willett might be able to plug in with that, though, with his Lamborghini. Joel's got a Lamborghini Urus, isn't he?
Yeah, he's quite a few. Got Lamborghinis, actually. Manquillo's got one. Who else has got one?
Yeah.
There's a few Lambos, like really nice cars. I think Wilson's got one, actually, if I remember correctly. Hoping for the Everton game, that'll be huge. Yeah, I've got tickets sorted for obviously Liverpool tomorrow, Everton and Southampton. So Leeds will be next away game after all them. That one, I've got no idea if I get tickets there. I've got about £46 so hopefully that'll be enough.
You might as well just get spend Christmas in Merseyside then, any ad?
It's still quite a long time between the games, obviously. I did actually spend Boxing Day in Liverpool once actually after the game. Stayed in Liverpool after the Boxing Day 4-0 defeat.
Oh man, I can't. Why am I laughing? We've lost to Liverpool on New Year's Day, 5-1.
I think Wilson is the most vocal and best suited for captain. Yeah, exactly. I like his cockiness. He's really confident. He's someone that just knows he's a good player. So I feel like that would be great to rub off on the Newcastle players. But we answered this question here, and we'll finish off with the Liverpool preview. Adam, you can have one done back from us. We'll give you a doubt, and it will be also. I mean, plus that 40 million for a Ruby from Arsenal. I mean, you must be buzzing about that one.
Oh, definitely. That's the only sale that we've made in recent years where we've been happy and got a bit of money from. So definitely. Would you take you, Olby?
No, I wouldn't. No.
No chance.
I wouldn't take Rondon. That'd be fair. I think he's past it now. I think I would probably give Dow a chance in the midfield. We've got like a Hendrick there, so I suppose he could put his worth, but I don't really rate anything, to be honest. But anyway, though, we're getting the final 15 minutes now. Wait, well, I thought updated it. One sec, I haven't updated it. Give us just a sec. There we are, the Liverpool preview. God, again, Newcastle haven't won there since like the early 90s. We had to go there tomorrow. I mean, we've got to get a result to based on the table so far. Yes, there's still plenty of games to go, but if we want to be out the bottom three by the end of Christmas, it has to be a result from one of these. Yeah, score predictions wise, what are we going to say in the chat? What are we saying? Liverpool versus Newcastle, second versus 9-2. We saw there's a hiccup there, but yeah, it's not going to be an easy game. It's probably the nicest way of putting it. But how do you think to going at the Newcastle game more for Liverpool?
I mean, it's a free hit. I know Arsenal fans have said that and they got abuse for it online, but wait, Arsenal fans always get abuse, eh? So yeah, it's definitely a free hit in this one. Liverpool, you just to probably give a little smidge of optimism, which may have changed since Man City battered Leeds. There's been talks from Liverpool fans that they may rotate a few players to make sure that they stay fit because they've got a game coming up in the weekend, and Liverpool should get past this with with their squad depth. So maybe that will happen, but realistically, I don't think so. I think Liverpool out here, they need to improve that goal difference, get that distance up on them and Man City again. So I went for a 5-0 Liverpool win. Sorry, Ad.
Oh, Christ. You might enjoy the vlogs tomorrow, but it's a final Liverpool. Like, I would not be happy at all. But yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I can't expect to see it. To be honest, I mean, someone here I'd put in saying Pep's like has scored 7 past Leeds, clubs like home and BR. Exactly. I mean, like I said, Klopp would be wanting to prove a point one at the moment. Like, so Liverpool, they must be rubbing their hands at this fixture. They must be going, you know what? This is a great time. You know, Christmas is coming around the corner for Liverpool fans. Let's give them a big show for those fans that have turned up. That's what I think they'll be like tomorrow. I think Newcastle are absolutely screwed. We'll see what happens. I mean, we're relying on a good defensive display when all season long we put bad defensive displays in. So why would tomorrow be any different against a world-class attack? Probably the best attack in the world, you would say at the minute, to be fair. The former likes of Salah and so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Firmino's still out, if I remember correctly. So there'll be like the Jota in the middle or something like that. But again, I don't think it'll make a difference.
What about for you, Ad? What about for you? Who starts for you, like 1 to 11 in goal?
All right, well, to back again in goal, I would keep the back foot up. I mean,
Kieran Clark coming back.
The centre halves we've got available more is Shaw, Lascelles, Clark, or Kraft at centre half. I mean, our best centre half is out, if you want to believe what obviously Newcastle said about Fernandes. But again, I would keep the same back four despite the fact it's thumped, or I would probably change to a back 5 and put Kraft in the centre half. I do not want to see Kieran Trippier play for this club ever again. So, yeah. I'll keep a back 4. I think we're screwing no matter what. So I'll keep the same formation to try and change it around just for this game. So, yeah, same goalkeeper, same back line, despite the fact that I don't agree with it. There's just no one else to put in. Midfield-wise, I would swap Willock for Hayden. I don't think Willock's been playing well. I think Hayden will be better for this Liverpool match because he adds more depth to the back line. So he'll be able to help the likes of the Lascelles out. I mean, I still think 10 players can help me out, to be honest. So, yeah, I would suggest putting Hayden in. I think that's pretty about it. Maybe you might take Aaron one out and put Willock as number 10 potentially, and have St Maximin and Jordan out on the wide. That's what I'd probably do this, but I think the Lascelles are playing no matter what mode. Is it Jamal Lascelles? I'm saying, jeez.
Oh my days, Kay! I've actually I've had the Jamal Lascelles one before. Oh man, I love that one though. Yeah. Big up yourself, Kay, man. Appreciate that. But for me, I would start Joe Willock and have Almiron on the bench because Miggy, he looked decent when he came on against Arsenal. I mean, he looked for about 5 minute spell, 5 to 10 minute spell. I thought he looked your most lively player, and off the bench, I think he has more of an impact than Joe Willock, if you get what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I feel like we need the bench players on the bench. Our best chance of always just to play for the 0-0 draw and then try and just completely just shit house a win, essentially, or just to try and put it on for a 0-0 draw. One of the two. Well, the problem is we kept one clean sheet this season against Burnley. Even Norwich have kept 3 clean sheets. Bloody Norwich, the defence is terrible. They've had managed to get 3 0-0s this season. So,
you managed to draw against Liverpool last season.
Yeah, we did. Both times we drew against them in the home 1-1 away. So, again, you never know. But I mean, I don't know how much you draw both times, to be honest. We'll see. Scoreline wise, it might not be as bad as the 4-0 against Leicester, but I don't see us getting anything. I really don't.
Chat, I'd said to me he'll do a stream topless if you get anything other than a loss tomorrow.
Who said that, sorry?
I'd said he'll do a stream topless, lads, ladies and gentlemen, if Newcastle get anything other than a loss.
I'll be keeping my mind. I have a screen record the video of that just in case, you know.
Yeah.
Oh god, it'll be listen, I'll say there'll be some scenes tomorrow if it's not a loss, like that's all. So.
I think Ad will be in the crowd topless. That's what I've seen that from Newcastle fans before.
I'm tempted to get the top off like it's a 0-0 draw just to take the piss. But we'll see. Got Tierney, Ben, me, Botman, and Trippier in the back four. I mean, that'll be some buck for. I don't think Tierney will join Newcastle Master.
Tierney, oh man, we need him, man, at the moment.
Exactly, I see. That'll be a sick back four, but no, not at the minute. No Tarkowski. Big fan of Tarkowski, so we got to remember Burnley are also in the shit this season, so why would they be selling all their players in Newcastle? I mean, they're just benefiting on our team around them, really, so we'll see. We'll see, really.
Do you think, though, Ad, if you get relegated, it's not the end of the world? Because I think I have a feeling that being relegated would probably help the reset happen quicker, you know?
No, I don't think it'd be the end of the world. I don't think it'd make much of a difference. I think it's just going to be more embarrassing than anything else. A lot of people obviously just laugh at us for that. We can rebuild the Premier League and rebuild the Championship. I don't think it makes a difference, really. It's just obviously the fact that the richest team in football history in the Championship is just obviously embarrassing to say, really. It wouldn't make much of a difference. We'll obviously walk the league. I mean, like I said, Fulham walk the league and they'll get obviously their yo-yo clubs, the Premier League, like Norwich as well. Is it? I mean, the Championship's just you expect us to walk the league. It's the only way I can put it, really.
Yeah, you're all right.
But again, though, Riggy would be a smart transfer, he would. But again, though, he's got that winner against Wolves. Maybe he's fighting his way back into the club a little bit, but I still feel like he hasn't got too long left. Do you want to sell him anyway? He's running contract down, is he? Oh, fair of them. That's just Calvin Phillips from Leeds. Again, big fan of him. It's obviously better than what we had. First minute pen, Allison sent off 1-0. Those playing 10 men, no goal here on the scouts bench. Always hope. I mean, that's wishful thinking, to be honest. But again, I imagine Liverpool get pens about. They'd always get pens against Newcastle. I know a lot of people have always kind of went on about it. Your clumsy defence, but
hey, Salah dives anyway, so he'll get a pen.
Has Liverpool got any injuries? Firmino, and I think that's about it. If I'm correct, I think it's just him, really.
No Harvey Elliott still, maybe no Curtis Jones, but yeah, the only big one really is Firmino.
Yeah, it's fair enough. Cheers. We need a good quality seed. Yeah, who wants to born quit? Imagine never had one since Kabay. I agree that I don't think we've had a good solid midfielder since Kabay. I think Sissoko at times is okay, but he was a money grabber. Right now, it wasn't the centre mid. He played out on the left, and then that's it. We show. I mean, he's obviously nowhere near as good as Kabay was. So,
what about Stephen Taylor?
He's centre back.
He's still playing as well, isn't he? In Australia?
Pretty sure he is. I think he's still got another year left in him or so. Maybe retired this year, but I think he is anyway, as far as I'm aware. But I think Stephen's here placed 4 as he was at Newcastle for, I think it was. So took him, but he's a sound guy. To be fair, he's just obviously just not really good enough. Good enough.
He wasn't good enough back then, so I doubt he'd be good enough now. With the Premier.
You never know when that defends Kieran Clark in the South. Oh God, Mike Williamson, he's still playing Gateshead manager, getting back.
Mike Williamson, oh my days, he made me angry watching him play. For you, Mike Williamson.
How was that like? That made you angry.
Yeah, he's just such a poor footballer. That's what he was. And it makes me sick because I played football at a decent level, not professionally. And I used to be watching him and be like, how's he making it? And I'm not. I used to think that, well, obviously, I wasn't good enough. Don't get me wrong, Mike Williamson's probably better than me. But it was just awful to watch Williamson.
To be fair, he was actually Newcastle's player of the season back in 2014. He actually had like one really good. Yeah. He got a clean sheet Old Trafford for Newcastle. He's a beast back. He's beast that 1 year, but apart from that, he's pretty bad. But anyway, guys, 5 minutes left to go. Score predictions down below. What would the score be between Newcastle and Liverpool away at Anfield? Looking forward to it. Be a nice, easy away game to get down to. I don't think it'll be a good trip on the way back, but yeah, we're looking forward to it. I like Anfield. It's a good stadium, and it's a thing about these sort of games. You've got no expectations going to it, so you enjoy yourself even if you lose, because again, you're not expecting us to get anything. So not like Leicester one where I expect us to win. We got twatted really. So yeah, it was just embarrassing that one. That one was really frustrating. Jesus Christ, but got some interesting scores in though.
Oh no, they're coming in. They're flying in.
It's Christmas tree. Thank you. We got 6-1 Liverpool. We got 8-1 Liverpool. 3-0 Liverpool. 9-1 Liverpool. 4-0. 4 penalties to 0 Liverpool.
God, this is man. What did you go for, Rad? Did you give your prediction?
Yeah, I have actually, and on Clock Talk TV when I was on there yesterday, I didn't actually do that. I'll give it just a sec. I want to see some more predictions in first. 6-1 Liverpool. I mean, it's fair to say Newcastle might not be the odds-on favourites in this game. I'm going to quickly check what Newcastle's odds are actually in the bet now. I want to see what the odds are Newcastle to win this game, because again, we haven't done it in 30 years at Anfield, so I want to see what the odds are, because they've got to be high, surely. But what are you predicting the odds are going to be for Newcastle to beat Liverpool tomorrow?
For 30-1.
30. It was 25-1. That's still ridiculously high for a 2-team game. 25-1 for Newcastle win. I just think for that 5-1, to be honest, even though it's not going to happen.
I know. Bearing in mind, Leicester was 50-1, so not really that far off of that to win the league. But for a game, yeah, I might stick a fiver on that.
It's just wide out, don't we?
I might, because Liverpool. Hey, Liverpool, they've drawn to Brentford. I know
they drew at Brighton as well, and I think Burnley did it. I know they drew Brighton. I don't know if they drew at Burnley or not.
There you go. At Anfield as well, Brighton.
The breaks of it. Let's hope you never know. I hope Newcastle pours one back. Let's see. What about with Charles and Everton next to us? And he'd be class, but obviously he's injured at the minute. And again, would you want the company Newcastle?
Oh, I could see Wilson go into Everton, maybe at the end of the season to replace Calvert-Lewin.
That'd be an interesting one. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't really thought about that one, to be honest. This is Everton won't sell. That's what he personally believes about. But yeah, it's fair to say everyone thinks Newcastle's going to lose tomorrow. What's this? 6-0 to Liverpool's 18-1. Newcastle win is 18-1. What about that? This is more if Liverpool win 6-0 than Newcastle win. Jesus Christ! But I don't know. We'll see. Really see. I might see what Salah hat trick might be. I might stick that one on. I don't really bet, to be honest. I just make this Liverpool game because there's a lot of money to be won by the sounds of it. But
tell me about it. I know. I'd much rather bet, unfortunately, 6-0 to Liverpool than a Newcastle win.
Yeah, I probably agree with that one, Mike. But anyway, 2 minutes left, guys. So put the comments down below and we'll wrap things up there. Again, quickly to Vic Talks channel. Make sure I go check them out if you haven't already. Obviously, want to plug your channel one more time.
Oh, yes. Thank you for letting me come on, Ad. I really appreciate it. And you've seen an Ad's come on the channel a couple of times with a video and a stream at Tariq Talks. I talk a lot about football. I'm an Arsenal fan, but it's a lot more than just Arsenal because, as I was saying earlier, Ad, me as an Arsenal fan, you as a Newcastle fan, I think it's a good time to get away from talking about the dramas at our club and, talk about football as well. So you can check me out there, watch-alongs, doing a watch-along tonight for the Arsenal West Ham game and, all sorts. Thank you once again for letting me come on, Ad. I really appreciate that.
I appreciate it. Thank you for coming on. Obviously, I'll speak you off the stream, but quickly in terms of the comments, we'll get a couple more out of the way and we'll finish up. Did you ever see Paul tell Paul that his channel was the best? What's his bus mean? Oh, no, sorry, Paul. Two of you. I'm seeing him. I watch him in his comment, but I keep that in mind, pal. What's this? Yeah, just put 10 players on the goal line, problem solved. But anyway, in terms of match, like I said, away day vlog will be up on the channel after the game. If we lose, and yes, there'll be a match reaction as well. I'll be extremely pissed off probably. So plenty of content on the channel tomorrow. Looking forward to the game. It will be good regardless of what the score is. So hope to see you guys down there if you go. But anyway, take care. Thank you obviously for the support for the stream. We're on for just over 2 hours there. So I'm going to enjoy your darts now. I'm not thinking about Newcastle United for once. Obviously, Arsenal play against West Ham tonight. So obviously, Tariq has a lot more to think about than I do tonight. But we'll see how things go for them. But anyway, guys, take care. Appreciate it, Tariq. Thank you for coming on. And tomorrow, guys, Liverpool away. However, the mags, let's get into it. But take care, guys. Appreciate it.